I look a little busted today. Just a smidgen. Can you hear me? The answer is probably yes. Um, I wasn't sure if I was going to go live today. I drove to OC because my brother is in town to take him to lunch. Um, and so I like didn't do my makeup. I just threw mascara on. And I wanted to give my breakout some like breathing room. So I didn't. Sorry, hang on. I'm giving Anarchy a hard time about her husband. God. When I got pho for lunch. That's the one thing in OC. I have like 3 or 4 amazing pho spots that I love. Okay. Here, I have yet to find one nearby me, which obviously I'm not telling you where I live, but like near me that I truly love. And it's been devastating. Okay, hang on. I'm also going to post tomorrow's video. So it's going to upload while we're talking. But yes, what a way to open a stream. Well, with me coughing. What's up, gamers? Let's see. Good pho places in Cali. There are, but I just haven't found any in LA that are like near my neighborhood that I want, that I like have true. I've got a lot of ramen, ton of ramen, but pho specifically, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Yes, it has an ad. No, there's no altered content because I'm not a loser. Womp, 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 womp. On. All right, place your bets on whether or not the sponsor gets me limited ads again. Members only, publish. Here we go. Okay. Close. Close. Content. What did I finish? I was so not in the mood last month. I didn't even check where I finished the month at. Okay. Like pretty abysmal, but not too bad for January. Not like as bad as previous years, I should say. Let's see. Yeah, at least a little better. Nothing terrible. Could have been better, you know. Anyways, in case you want to know where my emotional mental state is at, chat, I'm making a moss blanket. Yes, I bought yarn because I'm allowing myself to buy things for projects. And Michaels had a buy 2, get the 3rd for free deal. So, however, that was not enough yarn for the blanket that I'm making. So I did have to go and buy more yarn today because I want it to be very big. It's kind of like moss, grass. I don't know. I just like the color. It's a thick knit. First only time I had pho, my friends took me to build your own place. No one told me you needed to put your own flavor in the broth. For years, I thought pho was bland and flavorless. Jeez. The yarn is so soft, makes everything come. It's kind of low key. I feel like if I do it right, it's like a weighted blanket because it's just heavy. This is single crochet that I'm doing. I tried doing double, so the bottom looks kind of wonky. It just wasn't working well. A double crochet was not working well for this type of yarn, just because it's already too thick, so it wasn't like adapting well. So I swapped it. I frogged the whole thing and then swapped it to single crochet, and frankly, it looks way better. I also did buy a new hook for this because I needed a big one. So this is the only big one they had. It's from Susan Bates. So, boop. But this is built. I go through the yarn very quickly, and it's been a while since I've done single crochet, so it's actually moving quite quickly. Like, The giant balls of yarn. I bought 4 more today, and I don't think it's gonna be enough. Because it's here to. Here, let me show you where the cutoff is. It goes to here. So like that's 1. Here down is 1. You know what I'm saying? So in total, I'll probably end up with 12 skeins, is my guess. Can you try to meet Checo at Caddy F1 team? Sure, I can try. Do you want a unicorn too? Maybe me to meet the Tooth Fairy and give her a high five for you? I can try that too. I can try. Anything can be attempted. Will it be successful? Who knows? You know? So. But yeah. Oh, and it was funny today because I'm rarely wrong. Okay, but I went to get my brother's trying to be an actor. Is he succeeding? Do I think he will succeed? I wish he has a job, so we're focusing on that. We were at lunch today and we sit next to him and I was like, when's the last time you got your eyebrows waxed? He's like, I don't get them waxed, I get them threaded. I was like, okay, well, when was the last time? And I think it's like, he has a friend that's in cosmetology school, so I'm sure she like practices on him and stuff, and that's where he's gotten his brows done before. And I don't think he's done it since. So I was like, call this place, we're gonna get your brows waxed, because I was like, your brows are a mess. And my dad's like, no, they're not. I'm like, yeah, they are. He respectfully, he looks like he doesn't take care of himself. So, and he's an actor. He needs to take care of his face. I also got on him about wearing sunscreen because he doesn't do that. Okay. And so we just went and walked into a wax spot in my town and just did a little walk in. And sure enough, he walks out. My dad immediately, oh my God, it looks so much better. Yeah, no shit. I know what I'm talking about. Be grateful you have a sister. Jesus. So that's that. Por favor, señorita. I will try my best, Jess. We're asking for impossible things. Can you interview a dragon? I would fucking love to interview a dragon. My interview with a dragon. Forget my interview with a vampire. My interview with a dragon. Call me Daniel Malloy. There we go. All right. Is it harder or easier to crochet with a bigger yarn? Low key, I feel like it's easier because I lose motivations for a project, okay, if it's not coming together quick enough. And that's probably the undiagnosed ADHD. Logically, I know creating things takes time and I should have patience. And like, if I have like a very clear end goal in mind, like say the Captain America project, I had no problem committing to that because I had a deadline, I had Halloween, and I knew exactly what it was gonna look like in my head. So within 2 weeks, I like cranked out that project from scratch, okay? Some crochet projects I start and it's like really hard for me to like see where it's going to be at the end. And so if it doesn't build up quick enough, I get discouraged. Or I at least like seeing like the ball of yarn get smaller. So like that's been helpful with the other project that you guys have, my scrap yarn one, the one I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with this yarn, so I might as well add this to this lap blanket, okay? And make like a random catch-all blanket. This one I had a very clear, I kind of want a grass blanket in my brain. And I just went in because I wanted like stringy yarn. I didn't go in with this goal. I went in because I wanted to make a grass blanket. And I was looking for a thinner yarn that was like stringy. And then Michaels didn't have that, but they did have a buy two, get the third one for free of this chunky yarn. And I was like, that's kind of perfect. So I did get this, and then I got 2 purple ones. And the purple I'm making like a thick scarf with, which I may need to buy 1 more of that one, but I'm not going to let myself do that yet until I finish this one. But I like that it builds up really quickly. I did search because I've never made like a sweater. I've never crocheted a hat. Like I've never done anything. I'm like let's make a square. Let's make a blanket that looks sad, you know. I'm bad at finishing crochet projects, you know. But this one I have a very clear view in my head of what I want it to be. which it's like, I want this to be a blanket that looks like grass and or moss so I can lay under nature, you know, so I can make jokes about, you know, touching grass. I don't know. And I thought that would be funny. Or like, I didn't just need to touch grass, I needed to lay in grass. Haha. Plus I like the color. I like the green. So it's been much easier for me to get this done. Like I'll get through this probably in the time that we're live. Like it's the single crochet also, because it's not super small and I'm not missing holes. Like I'm probably not gonna like miss a stitch or anything like that, or like miss a count. I also don't need to count with this one because it's so chunky. That's nice. It's just like getting it worked properly because it is so big, you know, because I made it big. Do you happen to remember the yarn name? Coil, I asked the size of your hook. The hook is a 25 millimeter. I know because it's on there. This is just chunky yarn. It's from Michaels. It is... It's funny because I literally was like, let me bring the wrap with me just in case I can't find it. It's like bin yarn something. But it's like most of them are like this. This was the only green that wasn't like a yucky color. The only solid green they had was yucky looking. So obviously I went with this one. The purple is also kind of like a gradient like this as well. But yes, it's very soft. I'm very excited. It's kind of like a pom, you know, like those pom-pom blankets that some people make? It kind of feels like that because of the way that it's feathered. So it's going to be high maintenance to clean. It's like wash on cold. I'll probably end up hand washing this thing is probably what I'll end up doing if I ever need to wash it. I was going to say no way you're counting while doing the live stream. I don't need to count. It's very obvious. I don't need to count. I also rarely count when I'm doing crochet. One thing I do, you know what? This year's goal, one of my goals, one of my creative projects this year, among the 8 million other things that I've decided I'm doing this year. If Courtney's in chat, Courtney just like put their head in their hands like Jesus Christ. Because Courtney keeps track of all the random projects I mention on stream. Which they don't need to do, but I do appreciate it. Good night. I've worked overnights. Bye. Have a good night. I want to crochet and or knit, but I don't have any knitting. Do I have knitting needles currently? I don't think I have a full set. I probably have like one knitting needle here, one knitting needle there. I probably don't have a set anymore. It's been a while since I've knit. I just got more used to crochet. And frankly, I got more used to crochet because all I need is to find one hook and then I'm good, you know, versus like knitting needles, I will lose one of them. It is statistic. So, I would like to make a sweater at some point. We shall see if that actually happens, but I would like to make a sweater. Okay. Circular needles are tied together. I know that. But I don't, like I said, even when I did knit, chat, I never knit a thing. I would knit like the start of a scarf and then I'd abandoned it. Worry about the sweater curse. Joys of being single, haha. It's so funny because at lunch, my brother also said, he's like, I'm done with women right now. I'm done with dating. The last girl did me dirty. And I do think he did something because my brother's a fuckboy, which is unfortunate. But he was like, no, I did nothing. She's crazy. I'm like, okay, this one day after years of therapy, we can move past this. Today is not that day, I can see. And so... been at all in yarn. Been at all in one yarn cake, maybe? Hunting for it, lol. Hang on, wait. Bernat? Let me see. You're looking for this. Hold on. Let me see. No, that's not what this is. Hang on. That doesn't look right. Oh, wait, maybe. Hang on. Let me just find the right yarn. Chunky. Just search chunky yarn. Is this it? Doesn't look right. Hold on. Chunky yarn. I can also go downstairs in a second when I run out of this yarn and get you the one that I bought. Hold on, let me go. Michaels. Yarn. Hold on. Shop. No, not Valentine's Day. Stop. I hate their UI. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, hang on. Give me yarn. Yarn and needlework. Shop all yarn. Shop all yarn. I hit shop all yarn twice. Why are we doing it this way? Okay, hang on. I don't know why I'm doing this on my phone when I'm in front of my computer, but I will figure this out. Okay. God, I hate Hermes. Oh, wait. Okay, this is it. Okay. This price, this is a 6-pack, but this is Bernat Blanket Big Miss Dash Ickle. This is it, I think. This is a 6-pack for 54 bucks, but the color is correct if it focuses. That is the correct color. I know it doesn't look like it. My sweater body to dry. Fair. What I need to do, because like the one project that I want to do is that one like grass, like moss growing up through the pavement, the gray sweater with green. But I need to learn how to crochet blobs, which apparently is not hard, but I still don't know how to do it. And like in my brain, I'm like, no, that's incorrect, you know, for me to just like make a blob, you know? Why are we twisty? Why are we twisty? There we go. A ton of AJ, the YouTuber we watched last stream. So funny. Happy you showed us her. I had never found her before. We all found her together. That was a group discovery. AJ was a group discovery. Once again, the YouTube algorithm is being annoying though, because at least on my phone, sometimes like, I swear, the different YouTube algorithms get so annoying. Like, cause like desktop, my TV, it's all, sorry, someone I don't like's video just popped up on YouTube. No, I'm not telling you. But I was just surprised. Whistling Diesel posted an update about getting arrested again. Let's see. My main YouTube page has been getting some weirder suggestions lately, so I'm sure they changed something. Maybe maybe Palantir also bought YouTube. When I mute ignore a channel and YouTube keeps suggesting the account, it's someone that I don't like for other reasons, and it looks like they just got into YouTube, so I think that's why it got recommended to me. So, is what it is. It happens. The reasons I don't even like them, I can't even tell you about. So, like, it is what it is. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone. Odd Ones Out put out a Warrior Cats video. Oh yeah, I do feel really bad about Savannah Guthrie's mom is like missing. She's a journalist for NBC. Okay. And they think her mom was like abducted. She was dropped off at home on Saturday and then didn't make it to church on Sunday. So her church friends called to report it because that's not normal. And they got to the house in Arizona and apparently like they were like, this is an active crime scene. She did not leave here on her own accord. And she apparently doesn't have her medicine. They're like whatever was in the home, they're like she was taken against her will. And they're like she can't move like 50 feet on her own, and she doesn't have medicine that is like detrimental to her health to not have. So I really worry this isn't going to be a wait. No, that's not it. Okay, yeah. Her sister was the last person to see her. Is there any update? I don't think so. Yeah, just 51 minutes ago, still saying she's been abducted. It's horrifying. So if you're in the Arizona area, she's 84 years old. She was last seen outside Tucson, Arizona. I believe she was abducted, yes. Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos told CBS, the BBC's U.S. partner. She didn't walk away from there. She didn't go willingly. Nanos did not provide a possible motive, and while there was no initial indication Nancy Guthrie may have been targeted because of her name, he later said, we can't dismiss that. He told CBS that investigators would try to determine if Guthrie was being stalked or harassed. The FBI is helping the investigation, two sources told CBS. The sheriff offered few details about what he said was still a very active investigation and urged the public to call authorities with any information. It is not clear what evidence at her home concerned authorities so much. The Guthrie family previously said in a statement to NBC News, we can confirm this is a missing persons case and the family is working closely with law enforcement. Okay. Who is described as not in good physical health, but has also no reported cognitive issues. So that's good at least. Well, like, I think that's also important to note because, like, that's another indication because, like, I don't know if you guys know anyone with dementia or Alzheimer's or anything, but, like, wandering can be common. And so it's good to know that at least it's, like, that's one of the reasons they also know, like, she didn't walk out with someone, you know? I thought they were getting better when I saw a headline about the 5-year-old finally getting home. No, it doesn't look like it. An earlier press conference, Nanos said homicide detectives were called to the scene, which he said was not standard protocol in a missing persons case. Okay. Hermes. So she was last seen 4 p.m. on Saturday. No, sorry. 21 local time. On behalf of our family, I want everyone to know our thoughts, prayers, and messages. Did she do... Someone said, could she have been targeted because of the interview? But which interview did she do? Oh no, that's horrifying. Yeah. But something in the house made it very clear that like this, she did not go willingly. Which at least that this sound okay. I'm hoping this woman is okay. I'm hoping they find her quickly. Let's see. She didn't show up at church. Family checked the house, then called 911. Da-da-da-da-da. I hope we find her safe and sound, but we can't ignore what's in front of us. And located Justin looking at the scene. I'm worried they found blood then. If what's being described. Because what did the family find? Yeah, they did. The family did some searching and realized we need some help and called 911. Whatever whatever they saw at the scene was concerned. I think they found blood. Yeah. I don't like speculating about this, but like I don't know. I want to share the urgency. I was listening to like the radio earlier and I was hearing them talking about that. I was like, Jesus. She's not in good physical health, but she has zero cognitive issues, is what they're saying. She has physical ailments that limit her ability to move around. I'm really worried. Yeah, hoping it's a minimal amount. Yeah, me too. Okay. Yeah, there's no updates right now. Sorry, I was scrolling YouTube and I saw the photo of Savannah Guthrie and her mom with the update on the case, which is why I was like, oh, that's right. Want to kidnap her anyway? So people, when they can't get to the famous person, sometimes go after family. I'm not saying that's what happened here, but they even said we're not ruling out that Savannah herself was being stalked, and that led to the stalking of the mother. Unfortunately, especially with the current climate. What has Savannah Guthrie done lately? Hang on. Let me check news. Hang on. Hang on, let me disable my ad blocker. Okay, come on. I'm seeing what else she's done recently. I saw someone asking, do we think this is because of the interview? But I don't know which interview that would be. Savannah Guthrie, her mom, was taken, allegedly. She is currently missing. That's not alleged. But they said we are not ruling out that she was being stalked or that this is linked to... I'm looking at the articles to see. Because what else has she done lately? Hang on, let me pull up Twitter. Is this real? Savannah recently returned to Arizona to tape a segment all about her hometown for the Today Show, which included a trip to see her mother at the home where she grew up. Ahead of the segment airing, Guthrie revealed the significance of her trip and her desire to spotlight the many places in Tucson that helped her become the person she is today, explaining to Tucson.com that she had maintained close ties with the community even after moving away. I'm an emotional man. I'm very proud of Tucson. Sorry, I keep saying Tucson. It's Tucson. Filmed in the 8 hours, October 17th, after a good deal of advanced planning. Today, producer. Going to visit my mom, which is really cute. Yeah, it's from November when she visited Tucson. Wait, is this what people are referencing? Is it this interview? Savannah Guthrie did do an interview with Kylie Kelsey, and they asked her about Travis and Taylor's wedding. Could that be what people are referencing? Are people implying that a Taylor Swift stan abducted Savannah Guthrie's mom? There's no fucking way. Let's be realistic. Is that what people are implying? I don't think we're at that level of Unhinged yet. Yeah, that's what someone was like, do we think it's because of the interview? Because I did hear a lot of people talking about that Kylie Kelsey interview. It is weird to frankly be asking everyone in their lives about the wedding. I think that's odd, but you know, whatever. But surely that can't be it. It doesn't seem to be anything else. That's the most recent interview I've seen. Oh. I'm scrolling through. See if there's anything else that would be relevant. Let's see. Oh wow, Savannah Guthrie also has been out of work for a while because she had vocal cord surgery. So she like just came back, it looked like, in January. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if there's any other information. It could also be that people are shitty and like preying on old people, unfortunately. Santa with her hometown feels more plausible because unfortunately there's very sick people. Yeah. No, I'm saying more so like that's probably where they found out where she lived, you know? God, 84. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else that would like indicate like why she would be targeted. It also just like The reality is it's like when you become a public figure, whether you're a YouTuber, a newscaster, an actor, a musician, the variety of people that can see you and become aware of your existence just gets bigger. And so the amount of people that could actively be wishing you harm, unfortunately, also gets bigger. You know what I'm saying? Hermes, what are we doing? I hear him. Bye-byes. I gotta flip. Do we want to see someone explore the 10 allegedly most haunted places in Appalachia? Or we can yap more. Yes. Oh yeah, Jarrell Miller's toupee got smacked off his head, during a fight on Saturday in the ring, which is really funny because he won. He won the fight, but everyone's just talking about his toupee flying off. Embrace the bald. He claimed that he had like been staying with his mom, and he was using her what he thought was her shampoo or something while he was showering, and it like had Nair or something in it, and that was the problem. Like he just used the wrong product, and that was the issue. Which, sure, Jan, but you know, the Appalachian Mountains. Yep. Let's see. From Manas. Why? He's got 9K subs.
Arguably the most haunted and supernatural place in the entire world.
And I'm right in the middle of them. Now these mountains are ancient, filled with thousands of lost communities, and much of these forests are still unexplored to this day. Now I've compiled a list of the 10 most haunted, creepy, and downright dangerous places within the Appalachian Mountains. We're gonna go check them out right now. Alright, let's go. And here we are.
This could be super cheesy, or this could be really good.
Supposedly haunted.
Oh, thank you for the coordinates.
This
I
place is
appreciate
crazy.
it.
There are over a dozen
I love
of
a
these
coordinate.
completely abandoned cabins just lining this entire road. I'm ready. Are you?
Ah, that's bright as shit,
Does
bro.
that answer your question?
Alright, we're going to the first house. This is actually really spooky.
Elkmont was established way back in the 1840s by European settlers, first venturing deep into the Appalachian Mountains.
Creaky
Appalachia Club.
floorboards.
Okay, when you're stomping on it, obviously.
Am I
it's gonna
supposed to pronounce
creak.
the N or
Back
not?
then, it was a booming
Is it-
town fueled by the
Appalachian Mountains or Appalachia? Appalachia. And then Appalachian Club. So that's Appalachia Club? Appalachia. Appalachia.
logging industry. However, because of the logging, Elkmont had its fair share of horrific deaths and accidents. Notably, in
This is
1909,
so
when a giant logging train crashed, killing and
dramatically
maiming
edited.
workers. Now, over 100 years later, their spirits are said to inhabit these long-abandoned cabins, with visitors reporting strange noises and a creeping sense of being watched at night.
I don't like this house's layout.
Are you just walking to a home?
What?
Why are we walking into homes, dudes?
I'm not a fan of that.
And of course, the further Joe and I went into town, things only got creepier.
Alright, now this is a log cabin if I've ever seen one.
Look at
this.
What do people live here? What are we doing?
All right, for this video, I've devised a super scientific spooky rating. I'm gonna give our first location, Elkmont, a 2.5 out of 5 stars.
Why?
2.5?
There's some spooky stories with it, but it's honestly not super scary. Even just us being here alone at night. I'm not seeing any crazy demonic symbols or blood-stained walls over here.
Is that what's coming up?
We're not supposed to be here right now. We gotta go.
Aren't you saying anything?
Let's get out of here.
All I know
Our
about
next stop
Appalachia
gonna
is
be
the woods are
taking
too
us to
scary
the
for ice
northwestern
agents.
edge of the Appalachian Mountains.
Everyone
crossing
needs
the
to move
border
to
of Tennessee
Appalachia immediately.
arrive at one of the most infamous paranormal places in the entire
I do
world.
want to hike the
Small
Appalachian
town
Trail at some
home
point.
to a truly legendary creature.
Trek the
Mothman.
Appalachian Trail. Mothman! I've been there!
Arguably the most infamous entity of Appalachia, the legend of Mothman has been haunting locals for decades. First spotted by a group of friends exploring an abandoned munitions vault called the TNT area, the creature has been the center point of multiple supernatural encounters and mysterious attacks. Coming up, Joe and I would be delving deep into its supposed lair.
Bro,
Did
he's
they
got
come-
some crazy cheeks, I can't even lie.
Yep, yes they did. Yes
While the
they did,
reports of
Kamika.
Mothman are disputed by some, the business it brings to the town of Point Pleasant is very real. Thousands of people
Well, you
come
know
from
what? If
around
the
the
ice
world to
agents
take
really cared
pictures, eat at the
about
Mothman
protecting
Cafe,
America, they
try
would
some
go into the
Mothman ice
Appalachian
cream.
woods.
And right behind me is actually the world's
Truly.
only Mothman museum.
Now this place had a
I've
ton
been
of
there
info
too.
about the creature we'd be hunting down soon.
He's pretty tall.
He must be like 5'6", 5'7".
Bro, what, do you think I'm 5'4"? Okay, so this is where we're going later. It's called the TNT area. It's where they first spotted him.
The TNT area is a set of abandoned World War II bunkers that in the past housed chemicals used
I
for
want to go
bombs.
to
One
there.
theory is that these chemicals would leak into the environment and cause mutations in the surrounding wildlife, leading to the unholy birth of the Mothman.
The
You would not be
unholy
making that
birth
face
of
in
the
this
Mothman.
situation, bro.
And after swigging some Mothman root beer
It's actually pretty good.
and grabbing a bite of Mothman pizza,
I'm fairly certain the Mothman
my
root beer
gosh.
is just
Bro,
like
what are you doing? No,
white label.
Dude, no.
we drove to the outskirts of town, straight into the TNT area, aka Mothman's lair.
On the other side of that guardrail is the abandoned TNT zone, where the Mothman sighting started and continued to go on to this day.
To this day.
That's exactly what I said. All right, once we cross this, there's no going back.
The entrance to the TNT area looked prehistoric, like an ancient forest frozen in time, and it wasn't long until we found something.
This looks like something from the Amazon, not the Appalachian Mountains.
Dude, turn.
What?
Keep recording.
What? Oh, holy shit.
That's scary, dude.
That is crazy. Look at that.
Everyone's worried about Mothman,
It's a
and
great
here I'm
name
worried
for a
about
book.
Meth Man.
The unholy
Bro,
birth.
I mean, I can understand why a place like this would spark stories like that. It is so eerie. One way to go.
I'm scared.
This is crazy.
Dude.
What the heck?
Oh, no.
Okay, so it's literally just one gigantic chamber. This place is really, really cool. Why did that scare me so bad?
Now this wasn't the only bunker in the area. We actually checked out a couple others.
This place is really cool.
But as I was getting some drone shots, Joe went off to explore on his own and encountered something truly terrifying.
That is scary. Dude, I don't know if I want to go in there. For
Then why are we going in there, dude?
Hello? No, I can't. I have to.
Me.
Okay, ready? Set, go.
I have never left a city center once in my life, yeah. Turn on a flashlight. What are we, stupid? There we go.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Using your phone light is so dumb. You
There's
guys
a
are
goat
dumb.
Simulator ritual on the ground.
What do you mean a goat simulator ritual? You mean like a pentagram?
Yes, dude, a pentagram.
There's a goat simulator ritual on the ground. A goat ritual simulator symbol on the ground. You mean like a pentagram? I understand not knowing the word pentagram. I understand that. But to then call it goat ritual simulator symbol? How did we get there? Now you're gonna make me look up goat ritual simulator.
This is definitely the sketchiest bunker. That was Mothman.
They're
Point
fucking with
Pleasant,
you.
West Virginia. Final spooky rating. I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think it's a really cool place. Is it haunted? I don't really think so.
I think
I mean, I think that I've been here. I haven't been to the bunkers, but like I've been to Point Pleasant. If anything, I'm almost surprised they didn't go. It's not like spooky like this, but like I was very haunted when I was sitting there's like a viewing area where the bridge collapsed. And that was like a very haunting feeling. That was very odd. To like see exactly where this devastation had happened. That I think would have been spookier, maybe. It's like pretty close to the town, you know, but like, I think these dudes are just scared of the woods. Like, I don't think they're scared of like spooky shit. I don't think that's getting them. I think it's just the fact that they're like, they're not used to the woods, you know? Yeah, like there's shit like this all over. Like, this is all over the country. We have bunkers all over the country. We have abandoned silos all over the country. You know?
the scariest thing about this all is the amount of tolls we had to pay.
You know, like, if you just had, you know, this wonderful thing called a headlamp, you'd be fine.
Getting in and out of here.
I agree.
I'm
West
surprised
Virginia,
they
you gotta
don't
chill
have
with the
headlamps.
tolls. I paid like $12 to cross a 4-hour drive. It was like ridiculous. With location
No, you know
2
who's
of 10
bad?
checked
Florida.
off, the
Florida's
worst was
rough
still
on
yet to
tolls.
come. So we headed off to the next spot. This time, not just within the Appalachian Mountains, but deep beneath them. Our next spot is this cave. It is really dark in there. While the surface has
You
many
have a
urban
flashlight
legends,
this time?
the caves of the Appalachian Mountains hold some of the darkest. So we're gonna go.
But this
deep
feels
into
like
this
a
cave.
waste of
It
location.
stretches
Yeah.
literally for miles underground.
Like,
and
there
see what we can
are
find.
so many
Reports of feral
sightings.
humans and wild men living within the caverns here have been told for generations.
See, I need more friends that'll do shit like this with me. All of my friends are scaredy cats. I need more friends that have balls, respectfully. None of them will do this with me.
This place is so slippery. The native tribes even have tales of a strange and ancient race of cave people
So
who
much
have
of this
been
is AI.
around even longer than they have.
Sounds like my type of people.
Wow.
What is that?
Now we have flashlights.
Get lit down
Watch
here.
this still be an
To give some
iPhone light.
insight, the Cherokee natives used to speak of creatures called the moon-eyed people. Strange humanoid beings with large blue eyes that live in
Like, you
caves
can go
just like
to,
this
like,
one,
war
all
forts in
across
Washington. We used
Appalachia.
to play hide and
Accounts
seek
of
in
the
them.
moon-eyed
Yeah.
people also come from early European settlers, and with origins shrouded in mystery. They are believed to predate even the natives, which would make them over 1,200 years old.
Okay,
From
let's.
eyewitness reports, the moon-eyed
let's be
people are supposed to
realistic
be
here.
around like 3 feet tall. 3 feet tall.
That's not 3 feet tall.
moon
Jesus.
boys, where you at? Whom's to dwell within these caverns?
Nerd alert.
I was just trying to be funny, bro.
Trying to be funny, bro.
Holy moly, bro. Dude, that's crazy. You think we should go?
No. I kind of just want to get out of here.
Oh, dude, it just ends over here.
You guys are dumb. I'm just being
After
silly.
exploring deeper in the caves, I think the only feral human around was Joe.
Bro, what are you doing? Dude, I think
Hello.
there's boots in my water.
Yo, you got an ocean in there. Final thoughts, this cave was really cool, but I wasn't actually that scared.
Yeah, I more had a blast.
The scariest thing is getting your feet soaking wet in cold water. Giving the caves of Appalachia a solid spooky rating of 3 stars, Joe and I headed to Asheville to explore a bridge that's supposedly been cursed for over 100 years. But first, we had to get a little cleaned up. Location number 4, Helen's Bridge. Pretty spooky, huh?
Looks like a bridge.
Alright, bro. This bridge is actually one of the most haunted bridges in all of Appalachia. Appalachia? Appalachia. Sorry, dude. So this bridge is right next to a mansion called the Zealandia Mansion. It's in private property, so we can't really go over there. But legend says that there was a woman named Helen who lived there, and after her daughter died in a fire at the mansion, she hung
No,
herself
I don't have
on
the
this
bandwidth for
bridge.
that, Retro. We're ignoring that.
Dude, imagine driving under here and there's just someone hanging.
We're ignoring that
So, unlike a lot of
possibility.
ghost YouTubers, I don't have a Ouija board or communication device. So we're gonna
Dude,
go
there
with.
she is. Whoa.
I don't have like a communication device or anything, so we're just gonna try it the old-fashioned way.
What's the old fashioned?
Yo, Helen! Where you at? Helen, are you here?
Or is it in 5 sets of summoning Helen?
All right, star rating. I'm gonna give this place a 1 star. Yeah, it's not scary. This next spot though, there's something a lot creepier than just a woman named Helen.
And I'm being for real. The next location was the most haunted by far. So cursed that visitors must leave an offering for
Yeah, I
the
can't think about that
spirits
today.
before entering.
We're back in West Virginia, not for the Mothman, but for the abandoned and haunted Lake Shawnee Amusement Park.
I want to go to
A lot
there.
of terrible things have happened here, and these are some of those haunted grounds in the entire country.
The fact that we had to give an offering to get in here is all that you needed to say.
So all the bad things started happening specifically in the 1950s when a little girl really tragically died on the swing ride, which we're gonna go check out in a little bit. It was kind of strange. She didn't die directly from the swings. A truck just backed into her as she was in her seat.
Bro,
Don't know how that happens.
who is driving that thing?
Yeah, it's horrible. And then a second death happened very soon after. This time it was a little boy who died in the lake here when
My
his
head
arm got
starts
stuck in a
hurting.
drain pipe. It's really morbid. This is actually the second and third children's deaths in a row.
Yeah, dude.
Been investigating.
How about we go see something jolly and happy?
That's not the opposite of this video.
I forgot the title of the video.
Yeah, it's right here. It's the title. Maybe you should read it sometime. But that's not it. There's actually an even darker story about this place. And it was a story scary enough for me to like kind of second guess coming here, but we're
What is
here.
it?
All right, I'll tell you, come
I
on.
actually want to know.
Yeah, I got you, let's go.
Dude,
Oh, no.
no.
A doll.
The geek bar. No, that's scary for your lungs.
So this is
The Appalachia Trail,
the
right?
swings where that girl tragically died.
Dude, this is insane.
The fact that the stuff is just
All
left
the
there is
dolls and stuff
crazy.
on it.
It's equally creepy, but also kind of sweet how a lot of people leave these
Yeah.
dolls and like toys for her.
Oh, that's
Also, I'm
actually
crocheting if
right.
you guys are just
But pretty
joining
much
us.
a lot of people
I'm making a
are
moss
hearing
blanket.
her or seeing
grass
her
blanket,
specific
depending on who you ask.
swing still swinging as if she's still around here.
No way.
If we take a walk around here, we'll see hers. It's marked by the red ribbon. So we're not sure, but we think this might be the swing. It's just that the ribbon has lost its color over time. Okay, so the darkest and most terrifying thing about this place is that they actually built the amusement park on top of a Native American burial site.
Bro, that's probably why there's all these freaking deaths.
That and
Technically,
or-
technically, the entire country is a Native American burial site. So, like, when they say that, I'm like, if you say that, like, hey, this isn't a burial site. This is where we like actually massacred thousands of Native Americans, hundreds of them. This is where it happened. That I would get more. But like a burial site, I don't think that does that much for me. You know what I'm saying? Or when I lived in the mountains, no, I don't. I'm a wimp. Someone's died on literally every spot on earth. Yeah, exactly. Like, and even then it's like, this is going to sound woo-woo, but like any medium that you talk to for the most part, they pretty much all say that like cemeterials, burial sites, they have some of like the least amount of like presence energies there, because that's just where their remains are. Technically, it's like not where their like soul is, if that makes sense. Some people have different takes on it, obviously, but like usually it's like the site of the traumatic thing happening is like usually where they're like captured, if they're there, you know? So yeah, if you tell me this is like, yeah, this is where a bunch of Native Americans got murdered, then I'd be like, okay, I get where you're going with this, you know, but like burial sites, like that's most of the country, unfortunately, you know? Lucy found out there's an abandoned graveyard surprisingly near my apartment, which is fun. Who wants to haunt a cemetery that had little to no connection within life? Yeah, exactly.
regulations. But anyway,
Like, unless it's like a family cemetery, like a backyard cemetery that's connected to like a family property, that's a whole different story. There's quite a few of those that I saw when I was in Charleston. Same with, there's one graveyard that I saw at like the Circle Church. And that was actually the site of where during the Civil War, there was a camp for soldiers. So a lot of those soldiers also, you know, became amputees there or lost their lives there due to amputation. So it's like that makes more sense that now those spirits, they may also be buried here, but they're probably not. They're probably buried back home. But like this cemetery is now haunted potentially because traumatic events also happen in this cemetery. You get my point?
Anyway, a tribe called the Shawnee tribe used to live here, and archaeologists that have dug around this area have found over 300 burials.
That's horrifying.
This place. Yeah, here, where we're standing.
Bruh.
So this is like a very sacred place that we're at. But what's super
Then
crazy
why are we
is that
standing on there?
Before the amusement park was built, there were a couple English settlers that lived here.
Some British people.
Yeah. They kind of took this place from the
Did you
natives.
say
and
some
stuff,
British
but
people?
This one guy and his family was settling here. And the Shawnee
The
tribe
AI is killing me,
killed
I'm so
two of their
sorry.
Children, kidnapped another one, and burned his like 8-year-old son at a stake. There's like a memorial around here for the kids that were murdered.
The people dying actually at the amusement park are like just the top of it.
Yeah, that was, yeah. So there's like multiple levels of death on these grounds. All right, I think we can confidently give our
Can I make an observation? I think these are two dudes who are really trying to not get comments about like, are you two boyfriends? Because they're standing so fucking far apart. Like, it just clicked to me. I was like, why does this look weird? And it's because every single clip of them filming together, they're standing so far apart. It could be because of mics, but like it looks so awkward. Like 5 feet apart because they're not gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably the mics and they don't want interference. It very easily could be that. But like, it looks so silly. It looks really silly.
scare rating on this place.
I have mine set in stone.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, 4.
5.
5.
How 4, bro?
Okay, that's fair that you gave it 5 because you don't know what's coming up next.
How does it get worse than
They're
this?
just guessing.
But it does get
I
worse.
feel like they're not like they're spooky. Like, are they going for like 5 minutes for each of these locations? Like a spooky rating, like because I've been places where, like, for example, Penhurst Paracon. Okay, do I actually believe in ghosts? I believe that energy that is created is never truly destroyed. It just gets like repurposed. Okay. So do I necessarily think that like there is like a physical ghost that's haunting me that has memories or anything like that? Probably not. But like, I do think that like where pain happens, things congregate and things like that. Okay. When I went to Penhurst Paracon at Penhurst Penitentiary. Okay. Thank you for the raid, Travis. Hi, welcome in, Raiders. Sorry, we're talking about ghost stuff and I'm judging these dudes' videos. Welcome in. Hi, how was the stream? My name's Amanda. You're watching Swell Entertainment. I am really into crochet right now because of the state of the country. So to keep myself from doom scrolling, I have taken up crochet. I'm crocheting. I'm calling it a moss blanket. It's chunky yarn. I'm very excited about it. And then we're also we like watching spooky videos and judging choices in them. This guy made a video with his friend where they went to 10 most haunted places in Appalachia. And I can't tell if they're like trying to be too funny, which is what's taking away from the spooky element of it. But like, they're just like guessing a spooky rating. They're not talking about why they're giving a spooky rating. Like, they're not experiencing anything weird. They're just like, I'm creeped out, you know? That looks cozy. Yes. Then I'm Boo. Hi. Only spooky place I've been was my old job, private EMS, and the ghosts were less scary than the other parts. LMAO. That's fair. That is so real. Thank you guys. How was the stream? They dedicated 5 minutes to Googling AI overviews for the entire video. Yeah, that's clear. Like, I think they found like I'm so curious how they found like the 10 most haunted places in Appalachia. Like, did they find like a list somewhere? Like, okay, hold on. Let me do this. Okay, hang on. 10 most. Let me just search 10 most haunted places. Places in Appalachia. Okay, I don't think this is the list. Hang on, let me show you. This is the Google overview because I wanted to see what it came up with. I don't think this is the list because like I do want to go to the Flatwoods Monster area though. I so would do that, chat. I want to go to the Flatwoods Monster area. Those cozy and warm. Oh, don't get me started on my survival knitting I just got into. Everyone's into analog hobbies, so we stay off our phones. They're talking about the history, which is fine, but they clearly don't know a lot about the places. Yeah. Name the 5 spookiest places in Appalachia. Like, this list, like, this is the most haunted places in Appalachia. Like, we got a penitentiary, lunatic asylum. Like, usually they pick places and not, like, things. But, yeah, see, 10 most haunted places. I don't want to click anything else that would lead to, you know, more AI being used, but you get my point. Like, because some of these, it's like, my thing is, it's like, if you're going to go to the 10 most haunted places, do something crazy like, hey, we're spending the night every time. It's like they're going for 10 minutes each time. Like, and then they're like, okay, I got creeped out, when really it just seems like they're 2 city boys who have never been near a tree before, you know? Name every ghost. Thank you for reminding me I have chunky yarn in storage. Yeah, ChatGPT gives me a list of easy spooky YouTube videos to make. Oh, God. Just to say that they went. Yeah, like, I don't know. If I was doing this, I would be like, let's at least camp in each of these spots. You know, like, hey, we're stealth camping in every... Like, I would try to commit at the very least. So I could probably be like, hey... That's that, you know, but like, for example, I did, so when you guys rated, what I was talking about was like, cause some places, it's like to each their own. Like I went to Pennhurst Paracon in 2023. Same year I went to Mothman Festival in West Virginia, which they also went to Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And Pennhurst Penitentiary, is where Pennhurst Paracon obviously was. And it is a defunct penitentiary that was bought privately, and they have turned it into a historical site. And they just happen to do this here. But there's been like ghost huntings. There's been a lot of ghost sightings. Zach Baggins show did an episode there and things like that. And like there is some evidence of like potentially malevolent and benevolent spirits existing there. Okay, because it was children, and unfortunately there were children that passed there. There were adults that passed there as well. Okay. And because it's back when, you know, unfortunately penitentiaries, you know, weren't super up to snuff. You know what I'm saying? And most of it, like I did the first night with the ticket that I had, we did ghost hunting. So like it was like run of the ground for certain buildings, go for it, go alone. So I was in some of these buildings in their basements completely alone with my camera and my flashlight, and I was totally fine. You know, like I was not creeped out. I was not uncomfortable. Even the first thing, like our guide was like, I would go down to building C. That's not the name of the building. I'm blanking what it was, but it was like, that's the scariest place ever. So of course the first thing I do is go over there because I'm a little shit. And I'm like, let's go check this out. And I felt totally fine down there. I didn't feel creepy. It looks very Silent Hill because like the paint's coming off the walls. I probably got lead poisoning being down there without proper PPE, but you know, it was fine. However, there is one hall of, I think it was Hall C, and it was where a bunch of the kids' rooms were and where the infirmary was. It was like the rooms were above, the bottom floor was the infirmary. And on the 3rd floor, I got like so heebie-jeebied. My skin was crawling. I felt like something was watching me, and that was during the day. I didn't even go up there during the ghost hunting night because I just didn't get the chance to. But during the actual like event, every time I went up there, I was violently uncomfortable. And I made friends with these 2 women that were selling like a crystal like booth there because it was a full-on convention happening simultaneously. And she was like, oh my God, we got another one. And she like told me to put my head in this like the scoop bowl that had like all of these herbs and like it was like a blind scoop bowl bag. She was like, put your head in that. That's been helping people. And frankly, it did help. So I don't know if it was a smell thing. I don't know if there was something up there, but like that was my experience up there, and a handful of other women were having the same experience up in that hall. So it's like but that's to each their own. Like I almost would want them to go off individually. Like at least in Point Pleasant, they kind of explored a little bit individually, and we just didn't see much of it because they're both kind of big babies. You get my point? Is it? Are you serious? Is it? God, I'm looking it up. Hold on. It's not that I don't believe you. I'm checking. No, heebie-jeebies is a state of nervous fear or anxiety. Heebie-jeebies. A state of nervous fear or anxiety. Coined in 1923 by American cartoonist in his popular... I mean, I'm not denying that, but like... It was like a bowl that was like a scoop thing. Coined in 1923 by an American cartoonist, Billy DeBeck, in his popular cartoon strip, Barney Google. Likely is a nonsensical rhyming phrase and quickly gained popularity, leading to songs, dances, and widespread use by the late 1920s. What? Is it? I'm going to put on a watch list with these things I'm typing in. Okay, I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I'm not saying I don't believe. I'm just finding nothing about... Yeah, sorry. One of the YouTube viewers is saying it's a slur. Nothing I'm finding is saying that I'm not... It's not that I don't believe you. I'm just trying to find anything that is referencing that. Yeah, I'm finding stuff about it being a gravity bong, but that's with a G. Urban Dictionary, a term of endearment used to describe loved ones or the absolute precious. It's a term to show strong affection. Jeeb is an online grocery delivery app that makes grocery purchasing and delivering simple. It's an old slur, but it's a slur. I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying I'm finding nothing. Okay, so Jeeb, no. Heeb, yes, is what I'm seeing. Wait. Heeb is an American Jewish web. I found a Wikipedia article. Hang on, I'm showing. I can't show you this because there's a woman in underwear. Quarterly magazine aimed predominantly at young Jews. The name of the publication is reference to the ethnic slur Heeb, an abbreviation of Hebrew. I see what you mean. However, in this case, the word Heeb seeks to function as empowerment for the Jewish community, thus eliminating the hatred associated with the word. Okay. That's from 2001. Oh, wow, that ran for 10 years. I'm looking at this one. Hang on. Da 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 da. Fuzzy wuzzy is a slur? Is a derogatory term for members of an East African tribe? That's crazy. Let's see. Okay, I thought, sorry, this was an article from ABC News it is from 2020, and it's, here are some commonly used terms that are actually of racist origins, because I figured that would pop up because I searched up heebie-jeebies racist to see what would come up. Vocabulary, da-da-da-da-da. Let's see. Command F. Nope. I didn't mean to take, why do we have a feedback hub? No. There's too many slurs. It's amazing how many old words are slurs and we have no idea. Yeah. I see what you mean with like the phrase, obviously Heeb. But I think in the context for heebie-jeebies, I'm just for the full phrase, I'm not seeing it have the same connotation. I'm not denying that it has the connotation as you have explained it. But just so like for the sake of explanation, you get my point? But jeeb, it's definitely saying I'm finding nothing. Saw a video talking about how most English sayings are either racist or from boats. Like boats? Like ships? Like sailing boats? English is horrible and was a mistake. Ship culture. Like sailors would save them. Ah. Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Back to judging these two. Okay, and then now I'm looking at it. I do think it's because of the mics, and that's the reason for them standing so far apart. But I do think that it does look a little funny. I stand by that.
Really bad. Let's just even it out at a clean 4.5 scores. This is the first.
Jerry rigging? Sorry, I think I'm confusing jerry rigging with gerrymandering. Hang on. Jerry rigging refers to the act of making hasty, crude, or improvised repair using whatever materials are available at hand. It was often considered a blend or variant of two older, distinct phrases, jury rigged or jerry built.
First place where I've genuinely felt a little bit uneasy.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for the next spot?
See, like I feel like they're just setting up a camera and talking. Like at least wander around a bit more. Like they did a little bit, but not nearly enough for like the amount of places they're going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, do they just not want to edit footage? Is that why they're doing this? Yeah, no, I'm thinking gerrymandering. Gerrymandered a district, yeah. Looked like a salamander. Yeah, when you first said, I was like, I'm thinking of gerrymander. I feel like we're doing damn precarious slope here in the comments of what constitutes slurs.
I don't know how to.
But I think it's important to still have these conversations, even if we can disagree about like the actual connotations or the applications and things like that. I think it's important to still have these conversations. So, because obviously, there's been phrases that I've mentioned here and there where I like, it's just something that I heard or I saw it spelt one way, and then I later found out it was a slur, and it's like, oh, that's bad. We got to adjust, you know, like, I think it's fine to have those conversations and discuss this. You know what I'm saying?
Do that because I want to get out of here.
Well, we're going to be getting out of here, but we're going to be going to somewhere arguably worse, so.
The next morning.
And now we're at the old Biltmore Estate.
This thing's ancient.
Dude, that looks
kind of
cool.
a tourist attraction right
I want
now
to go
with
to
all
there.
these people, but deep within these walls is actually one of the most haunted places in not just Appalachia,
Dude.
but the entire world.
What?
This place has a lot of history.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was someone who made it was no, what it was is she made so carabiner, which is an actual like a hook thing, like that's what it's called. She cut off the first part and made really cute packaging with the back part of that phrase, and had no idea that it was a slur. She adjusted immediately. She was like, I am so sorry, I had no idea. And immediately, she immediately adjusted. But like, I do think it's important to have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I hear you. I just found it a little funny to see the comments saying, well, this stems from this about what may be a slur. That's fair. I like when a bunch of Mexican TikTokers were begging to buy the product with the original packaging. I did see that. I thought that was funny. They were like, wait, no, this is hilarious.
We're gonna go
outside and cover it. And honestly, the stories and what we might find is gonna send chills down your spine. First impressions, this place.
What we might find. What are you looking like? I don't think they're trying to find anything. Like, that's the thing. They're like, what we might find. What exactly have you tried looking for? Are you looking for Mothman? Are you looking for ghosts? Or are you just trying to experience being creeped out? Like, I'm confused by the premise of your video. I will say I've been in you know where I've been? I haven't been in a ton of creepy museums. I've been in a ton of as scary as shit antique stores, secondhand stores. There's so much haunted stuff in antique stores and secondhand stores. And they usually are the ones with like the best vibes, the greatest vibes ever. Ones where you're like, this is a family run business. They've been here for 2 decades. I know they have been to every estate sale up and down the West Coast. However, those are the ones where I get wildly uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Night. Really pretty, actually. If they found something. Yeah.
Place is beautiful. I can see how someone would think it gets haunted at night though.
Constructed in the late 1800s by George Vanderbilt II, son of the then richest man in America, William Vanderbilt, the estate was meant to be a private escape from the city. You see, while the Vanderbilts are known today as one of the wealthiest families in American history,
True.
George was the quiet and secluded child of the family. And once he inherited his portion of the wealth, he used it to construct the largest home in the country, tucked within the Appalachian Mountains. He filled the walls with art and books, and some report you can still hear the rustling of pages in the
I want to
library
go to
in his
there.
favorite room.
This was Mr. Vanderbilt's chamber itself. This is where he slept. On that
Respectfully, with the hat and the black jacket, it does kind of look like he's casing the joint just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does look like we're in Nicolas Cage movie, Declaration of Independence. What's the name of the movie? Oh my god. National Treasure? Yes, National Treasure. God. Sorry, my brain. It's funny because I talked about Nicolas Cage earlier today too. His chamber? Yeah, I think it's his bed.
actually surprisingly small bed for such a big house. Anyway, something that's commonly said is that Edith Vanderbilt.
The
his wife,
size of
actually
people,
haunts this
I feel
place
like
pretty
people have
actively
very
in
few
search of her
concept
husband.
of
It's not a super
the
scary
height
story
of
to
how
me,
short people
personally.
used to be, you know?
She's just looking for someone.
Yeah.
With over 250 rooms in this mansion, the craziest part is actually the chambers below it.
It goes really far down underground.
Oh my goodness. Yo, imagine this being in your house.
At the end of the tunnels, there was a massive subterranean pool. But beyond just the walls of the mansion, the estate also includes over
Almost said
8,000
Independence Day.
acres of land.
Okay, so now we're in the garden. And get this is pretty spooky. This is gonna have you quivering in your
You're
boots.
getting me hyped up.
So apparently, many visitors here.
The most beautiful location ever. Let's talk about how scary it is. Like, they could have emailed and been like, hi, we're working on a video. Do you allow night tours, anything like that? Like, that's an easy thing. And then it even would have been better if they were like, no, it doesn't work. And then they had to, continue with this plan. You know what I'm saying?
Witness the terrifying sight
Literally just say it, bro.
of a headless orange cat.
Are you serious?
Sorry?
Here's
That's like the least scary thing you could have said.
It's more sad than scary, to be honest. So, you feeling haunted?
I'm feeling no.
Joe, what are you
This is so romantic. I'm so sorry.
actually afraid of?
Sharks, airplanes.
Yeah.
Time.
The never-ending march of Father Time. That's a scary one. I'm afraid of this video getting 0 views.
Then why do we have this segment, respectfully? I'm sorry. You're not getting my pity content. You're already getting me messing with y'all. Is this the Biltmore? Yeah, they're trying to say it's haunted and scary. Like, they're not trying to seem not gay. No, I know. I'm saying that, like, earlier it was definitely the mics. I just, like, the way they were standing in some of the content was very funny.
place.
How did haunted places?
With the
do
music too,
this?
it's so romantic.
Of the most haunted estate in America. Looking for the orange cat. What are you doing? Dude, you're just mad scorpion.
Spooky rating it up. 3, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest, this place is really cool. It's beautiful, and I can see where all the ghost stories can come from.
But there's just nothing here.
Yeah,
Why are we
it's
so far from the camera?
just so
here?
many tourists. It's bright.
If they
However,
kiss,
from
I
now
take
on,
back
we're
all of
gonna
my
be
negative comments
deep
about this
in
video.
those woods, like deep in those mountains. Okay, there's gonna be no tourists. Middle of the night. This guy's got no idea what's coming up.
Do not at all. You're kind of making me scared.
Let's go there now.
I'm just not creeped
All right,
out.
we're rolling up to the next location, which is called.
Good night, Chad. I
Sunset
hope they
Bridge,
kiss. Gotcha.
and it is terrifying.
All right, it's supposed to be right up here.
Oh no. The
Dude,
police.
there's caution tape. I don't want to go down there.
Hey, look at me.
Oh my goodness.
Got you back. All right, let me give you some history.
You guys
on this
couldn't have gotten the
place. Pretty
headlamp
much, it's
sooner,
one
respectfully.
of the oldest bridges in the entire country. It was built all the way back in 1820. And there it is, Poinsett Bridge. Dude, this stone was placed by the Daughters of the American Revolution. in 20.
Lincoln.
Wait, where does it say that? Dude, Abraham Blanding. It's not even Abraham, it's Abram.
Okay, so I get it, it's old and stuff, but why is it haunted?
When it was being built, all the workers there caught a strange, mysterious disease. Some people think it was
COVID.
malaria, but the fact of the matter is, a lot of people died while this thing was being built.
Okay, but I
And
feel like a lot of people died just doing anything.
anything.
back
Yeah,
in the
but
day.
here's the crazy
True.
part, okay? Legend says one of the workers that died from the There's a car over there. Legend has it that one of the workers that died from the mysterious
People.
illness, his body was buried within the walls of this bridge itself, and it's still there to this day. A lot
Was
of
it tuberculosis?
visitors who come here at night
Ye old
report
COVID.
hearing screams, seeing figures. Some people even fall ill,
Dude,
but
I don't want to catch some weird disease.
I
Fair.
think we're fine. So the thing about this bridge, where are you going? Stop.
Trying to
Don't
get out of
leave-
here.
Don't leave me
I
here.
thought you wouldn't notice.
What do you mean I wouldn't notice? Anyway, anyway. Whoa. Look over there.
What, bro?
Nothing, bro.
What are we doing?
Stop.
The thing about this bridge is that a lot of people report strange activity when two things occur. Right after it rains,
Hi,
which you
Jude,
can
Nico,
see from the
welcome
ground,
in.
it's literally still wet.
Bro.
It just rained.
Why did we have to
Krim,
go
I'm
there?
sorry. God, me looking over. Krim, you won the Swell Grand Prix. I'm so sorry. Thank you for subscribing. I just saw that you subscribed an hour ago. Apologies.
And when it's midnight.
Dude, come on.
Ah, that was close.
I feel like
Give
they
it a second.
forgot to fake
So,
it.
At midnight.
I just don't know. I don't know what's.
Oh,
Okay, wait,
that
chill,
was
chill,
cold. At midnight, there were reports of people seeing on this bridge a headless man.
Why did you make us come at midnight after it rains?
So we can see a headless man. Dude, it just rained, so everything is so slippery.
Oh,
Dude, if
so
there's something
dangerous.
behind me, I don't want to be in the
The true horror of this video, they end up in the hospital. Thank you, Kuna, for the gifted subs. You won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for the 5 gifted.
Not gonna be anything. Dude, are you good, bro? You're tweaking.
I don't want to be in the back.
Alright, so at the bottom is
There's
this
2 of
stream,
you.
And here's the bridge.
One of you's got to
Hey,
be
wait,
in the
so you're
back.
telling me there's some guy buried in here that has some mysterious disease that no one's ever heard of, and there's a headless guy walking around somewhere?
Is there actually someone
And
buried
here
there?
are
This
the
is very easy
exact
to
correct
check.
parameters to experience those things.
While Joe and I were filming around the bridge, something I forgot to mention is that sometimes people don't just hear or see a presence, but they actually feel.
Notion
physical
Hoarder,
touch.
you won the Swell
What
Grand
happens
Prix.
next
Thank you for
is
subscribing.
100% real, and I'll try to explain it in a bit.
He
but
did ghost
just
hunting
watch this
rivalry.
Just with it, dude, these walls are so old. And somewhere buried in here.
After that giant spider they just showed, I'm not touching that fucking rock. Forget the ghosts. Did you see that big spider they showed melting into the rock? Did you guys see that? They were just moving in a field, swear to God. This is more lukewarm royalty. Rivalry. I like that the spider got caught in the cement. Yes.
Oh! Cap.
You did that.
Did what, bro?
Wait, are you kidding me?
No, did what?
Oh no, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Did
We
what?
gotta go.
Did what?
No, we
Did
gotta
what?
go.
Did what?
No,
Did
we
what?
gotta-
Remember how we said if they actually experienced something, they would actually run for the hills?
gotta go.
Did what? Did what?
No.
I don't want to be in the
No, we gotta go.
Let me back it up.
We gotta go, bro. We gotta go. They're buried in here.
Oh! Cap.
You did that.
Yelling Cap. is such a Gen Z boy thing to do when ghost hunting. Cap, 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 cap. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to keep making fun of these boys, but they're making it really easy for me to make fun of them. Dude, everyone knows you can't get hunted if you kiss when ghost hunting. LMAO. Was it the spider that... No, I think I'm hoping he explains it. I'm assuming he felt something touch him nearby, which is why he was like, you did that to his friend. But even his friend is confused.
Did what, bro?
Wait, are you kidding me?
No, did what? Did what? Did what?
Oh
did
no,
what?
we gotta go. We gotta go.
Did
We
what?
gotta go.
Did what?
No,
Did
we gotta
what?
go.
Did what?
No,
Did
we gotta go.
Did what? Did what?
No.
I don't want to be.
No, we gotta fucking go. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go, bro. We gotta go.
Where's the car? Where's the car? Where's the
Scared the f out of me. Holy. My tripod leg came loose. This opened, and usually it's this short. It opened and it came out here, and it touched the back of my leg. I thought it was you just messing with me.
No,
I thought.
Oh, God. I would delete this footage. I would cut that. I would not admit that. I'm so sorry. If I'm ghost hunting and I got jump scared by my tripod leg and I was too scared to assess the situation to see if it was something else and instead just booked it to the car, and then I shared this explanation like it was totally fine and dandy. Props on them for admitting it, but also cut this, you know? This clip would be better at the end of the video as like here's us scaring each other more than we got scared. Like that would be, or set it up as, and then something really stupid happened, and then set that clip up, and then you reveal this, you know, versus here is something really scary that happened. Ha ha ha, it was my tripod. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to look cool to women because they have each other. It's not about looking cool. It's about effective ghost hunting, in my opinion.
I thought you were like wrapping your hand around my leg.
No, I thought you were playing.
I'm so sorry. I don't like doing this, but you guys are making it so easy.
Because like, but then like the look in your eyes was actually. Like,
He does look
We
scared.
were under the bridge. There's nothing around us that could touch me but you.
Yeah, because if there was like trees or something.
Yeah, if there was like trees, I'd be like, okay. Scare rating, because of what just happened with the tripod, I have to give it like a 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, especially no connection.
Spooky rating because you scared the shit out of yourself with the tripod being improperly stored. I'm so sorry. Like, the spooky rating is so all over the place. I thought you were wrapping my hand around my upper thigh for comfort.
Like the caution tape going into there. How is there more things scarier than that?
Because this one is haunted, but it's not demonic.
What is doing?
3 locations left. We've explored much of the Appalachian.
God, we've done 7 locations already, and we've seen nothing. They've shown us nothing. Respectfully.
And the final, most terrifying site, home to an actual demonic entity.
Oh,
still
okay.
yet to come. But before that,
Oh,
we had a
okay.
scary spot that Joe actually picked out this time.
Okay, where the actual hell are we?
I thought you said pick somewhere scary.
This is a tourist trap.
Bro, no, listen. I saw pictures online. This is scary.
We're in the middle of Gatlinburg. It's like the central tourist town in the Appalachian Mountains.
They call it Scaryburg for a reason.
No one calls it that, not a single
just did.
human.
Alright, I guess I'll give this to Joe. There were some kind of creepy and strange things inside this museum, like real shrunken heads.
I've heard those things are cursed. Sounds pretty scary to me.
A 2-trunk elephant, and other freaks of nature. But honestly, I think Joe just wanted a break before the really scary stuff coming up, and I don't blame him.
He just want to take you on a museum day, bro. We go to the aquarium? So you go to the Ripley Believe It or Not museum, and then you go to the aquarium together with like really romantic music playing. What is this? A storyboarded Rumi and Genu date from K-pop Demon Hunters? What is this? What are we doing? You told me that we were going on a date for our 2nd anniversary. I joined 2 minutes ago. Is this heated rivalry? We don't know, Excellent Donut. The ghost is the closet. It's dead. They killed it.
This is our hotel.
The
for
tower.
night. It's a gigantic abandoned fire tower in the middle.
Are
of
they
the
sleeping
mountains.
there?
Dude, this is scary.
Are they actually gonna finally sleep somewhere? I'll give them credit if they sleep here.
Man.
If they camp here, I'll give them credit.
Well, here are the stairs to it.
Oh my god, they're gonna camp here! Let's go! Finally! God, sorry, I've just been like begging them to camp somewhere to like actually try and experience something being creepy.
Safe for standing on? After you, dude.
Fine, I'll go first.
Towers like this one were constructed across the Appalachians back in the early 1900s, used by rangers to spot forest fires. With the advent of modern technology, they've long been left to rot as creaking steel giants, overlooking the mountains they once protected.
While we're climbing up this tower, I might as well tell you about like all the horrible eldritch horrors and monsters. that
Horrible
are fighting by
eldritch
sleeping
horrors.
high up. You've probably heard of the notorious Skinwalker. Yo, look at this.
Chill, bro.
Potentially heard of the notorious Wendigo, but those live on the forest floor. We are up high, above the trees. We're really high up.
I'm getting a lot of cheek sightings down here.
All right, it's hard to see right now, but we're a good 200 feet above the forest floor.
Dude, this thing actually feels like it's about to collapse. This is us.
What are you implying? All right, we're gonna set up camp in here.
I'm so sorry. It's so fun. It just keeps happening. You guys are doing it. They're doing like old school YouTube vlogging, like Vlog Squad, like homoerotic queer baiting. You know what I'm saying? I thought he said they were a lot of cheek sightings when climbing the stairs. I'm losing it. How's weather where you are? It's cloudier today. I saw Life is Strange Reunited trailer. It's a good game coming out. Okay. I'm pretty sure he did. Isn't that what he said? Okay, now you guys want what? Okay, let me back it up.
Live on the forest floor. We are up high, above the trees. We're really high up.
I'm getting a lot of cheek sightings down here.
All right, it's hard to see right now, but we're a good.
See, he said, yeah, he said that. Okay, he just wants to spend good time with his buddy. And then the host is trying to be YouTube famous. Tale as old as time, truly.
200 feet above the forest floor.
Dude, this thing actually feels like it's about to collapse. This is us.
What are you implying?
See, now I'm so convinced.
We're gonna set up camp in here and try to get some sleep.
So nothing happened in the middle of the night, actually?
Alright, it's next morning. It was very cold, and we got about no sleep. But the view is beautiful.
One location left. Joe and I have spent the past few days traveling back and forth between the states, venturing into the heart of the Appalachian Mountains. We've explored some of those haunted places in these forests, but of course, as promised, it's time to hit the final location. The not just ghostly, but demonic Popewood
I'm sure
Bridge,
you got no sleep.
home of the Goat Man.
Looks like it's just me this time.
Yeah, Joe actually ended up falling sick, so he couldn't make it. Sightings of a demonic half-goat, half-man entity have been reported since at least the
He got tired of being led on, is what it sounds like.
1960s. Its origins are more mysterious than any other paranormal entity.
They didn't cuddle, and that's why he got
However,
sick.
there are a few tales about its emergence. The first is that it's the spirit of a circus freak who seeks vengeance after being mistreated.
The most infamous story about this place, though, is that it once used to be a local farmer who sacrificed his goats in rituals in return for satanic power.
While the monster's existence was up for question, what's very real are the many, many deaths that have occurred on this bridge. What often happens is people looking for the creature end up getting hit by the train that crosses this very bridge. Some even say
That's just people being irresponsible. I don't think that that's spooky, respectfully. Like, a lot of people see old train tracks and don't realize, one, how quickly trains move. A lot of people have really poor understanding of how fast trains go. And also some people see old train tracks and do not realize that they are active tracks. You know what I'm saying? So Plus, people don't realize, like, how hard it is to run from a train. You can't hide from a train here, obviously, if you're on the bridge. You know, like, I think a lot of this is just irresponsibility.
That the demon intentionally lures people to walk across the trestle and meet this exact fate.
On the tracks, it goes out into just an endless abyss. It's really creepy.
Approaching the nearly 100-foot tall railway, I prepared to summon the demon the only way I knew how.
Go, man! I'm here! I am right here, all by myself. If you're gonna take me, just take me now. Last chance to prove the Appalachians are actually haunted.
Appalachias. The demon is called Dumbassery. You're fucking joking. Get off the tracks.
This place is dangerous. Last night, I was lucky to be safe as the train that crosses Public Bridge appears from the black of night surprisingly quick. Many people that walk across the bridge don't end up so lucky, and those that come here looking for the Goatman do meet their end, but not from finding the demon, but from their very search for him. It's simply not worth it. 0 stars.
Your spooky rating means nothing to me. I see what makes you cheer. You know, like I don't know. He walked in about her. Yeah, because I think he filmed his bit and then edited the footage he got of the train. So because most of the other footage he got of the train, he was down below the train. You know what I'm saying? Get off the tracks is the same tone as Hermes, you have a sock already is very funny. 1 week later.
It's been a week since our adventure. Joe's feeling better now, and I'm currently filming next
Are
week's
they-
video.
are they
After seeing everything we
roommates?
saw and experiencing everything we experienced, I don't think the Appalachian Mountains are haunted. Now, I might still be wrong, but while it may be entertaining to make stories about how these places are cursed and evil, in truth I found them more beautiful than anything. Landmarks, rich in history, landscapes with views nowhere else seen in the world. These mountains are just special, and filming this video has made me all the more grateful they're here on this planet. So maybe it's your turn to go check out one of the locations we went to. Perhaps you'll find something we did.
I just make another video where I'm like, hi, your video actually irritated me. So here's me repeating it. Roommates. In 10 years, they come out as having dated the entire time. Eat your hearts out, Dan and Phil. And they were roommates. I made him breakfast because he came with me on a road trip. We got gay ghost guys. Okay. There is a video over here that I'm curious about, but it's 50 minutes long. So I don't know if it's worth it. Let me see. Seeing if there's anything else that jumps out at me. We might just have to abandon this one if it sucks. But basically, it's called The Scientist Who Disappeared from Antarctica. The
For many years, since its
disturbing
discovery
story
in
of
January
Carl
1820,
Deesh.
the vast sheet of frozen terrain that is the continent of Antarctica.
No, watcher committed to one location. That's the thing. I feel like when you commit to 10, you can't dedicate time to every single location. 5, I think, would have been much more doable for this time frame. In fact, I would have even tolerated old school YouTube trick where it's like, hey, so we went to 5 locations, but we're going to say 10 because it's better SEO. Like, I would have respected that more. You know what I'm saying? But I am curious about this, but it is very long, so if it's not good, we will call it.
Antarctica has been shrouded in mystery. Its icy surface is believed to be nearly
Viewer
30
discussion is
million
advised.
years old, and its high elevation.
You also can select one good location instead of going bottom barrel at least a few. Yeah, exactly.
Frigid temperatures, the average being about negative 71 degrees Fahrenheit in the interior. In addition to frigid temperatures, Antarctica remains an enigmatic puzzle, with many vast and hidden features that no man has ever stepped foot on, including active volcanoes and hidden lakes hidden deep under the ice. Due to the rich landscape, Antarctica has often been an attraction for scientists and researchers eager to discover what lies within its waters.
I saw a video. It's funny. While I was waiting for the video to export before I went live, I was watching this video from this woman on TikTok, and she was making a video. She was like, a woman wrote me because she did an Antarctica trip because of the content that I did on my Antarctica trip, and she had a horrible time. And she like contacted this creator who is also a lawyer who like paid to go to this Antarctica trip and shared all this content. And like to detail everything that she hated about it. And frankly, all the things that she hated about it are just normal cruise things, like how there was a lot of old people on the boat. That's a normal cruise experience. Also, with the cost of an Antarctica cruise, the likelihood that it's going to be mostly older individuals on the trip, because a lot of Antarctica cruises are so expensive, is very likely. She even shares, like, the person making the content, the video, she was like, I spent $25,000 on my cruise because I did the longest cruise length possible. I wanted to go to multiple islands, and I was traveling alone. So I was willing to do that because I wanted that experience. And she details, like, all the different things that she loved. Like, she complained, like, everything the woman complained about were things that she loved about her trip, her own trip, which I was like, God, I want to go to Antarctica so badly. Ugh. Belize Party Vibe Cruise. Yeah, no, it's very educational. It's very nature. So, like, I would love it. I love the, like, she was talking about, like, every night you do, like seminars to learn about, like, where we're going, the animals in the area, people that are on board doing research, what research they're doing, things like that. I'm like, that sounds super sick. I want to go to that, you know? And, like, the thing about Antarctica cruises as well is so many of them, like, it is so much a luck of the draw because of weather, the amount of people on the boat. If there's more than 500 people on the ship, you will not make landfall. You will not go on land. And that is for ecological reasons. And a lot of cruise companies do not make that very clear because they're just kind of hoping they don't sell out the cruise, is my understanding. Just make their own video. Because she wanted to make this woman feel bad, I guess. I don't know. She kind of, it's the note that she sent to this person, she didn't, like, read it, but she was, like, talking about it. It almost sounds like she wanted to be like, I copied you and I had a worse time and it's your fault, basically. Which it's like, yeah, we're different people. And she was like, I was everyone's favorite person on that cruise ship. Like, she was like me when I did the Gone Girl cruise. I was one of the youngest people on the Gone Girl cruise. I had a grand old fucking time because I talked with everyone. Even people that clearly were irritated that I was there. I was like, no, I'm going to dance with your wife actually at the party night. Have a nice time. Enjoy your shitty martini that you're drinking. Enjoy. I'm going to dance with your wife because she looks bored. So, like, that's, if you're an outgoing person, you're going to enjoy a cruise, especially smaller cruises like an Antarctica cruise, like a river cruise, way more. 100%. How the company secretly gave her special treatment without her knowledge so the company could scam viewers. No, because she paid for it herself. Like, and again, that was like, this is a smaller, she's not like a, let me pull up the video actually. Let me just, I'm not going to play it, but let me check her page.
Hey guys.
No.
A lady who went to
Yeah, she's got 71K. So she went to Antarctica a year ago. Does she have the videos? She's an attorney.
Okay, we gotta talk about Amber.
She doesn't have the type of views that a cruise company would give a shit about, respectfully. I love that video. I'm gonna go look for her Antarctica. I like bookmarked her stuff. I'm gonna go look for her Antarctica content because what she described, I was like, that's my dream fucking trip, frankly. But no, it's extremely unlikely to get special treatment. Everyone has followers these days. Unless you have 2 million, you're not getting special treatment. It really is not happening. Smaller businesses, maybe. A cruise liner, highly unlikely. Extremely unlikely.
It's ice, but at what cost? Many have gone missing from the 3 main U.S. research stations there, and it's estimated that
what do you mean many have gone missing?
Remain buried deep within Antarctica's frozen facade. But the story of one missing scientist continues to baffle all those who visit the continent. And that's the story of scientist Carl Dish, who disappeared one gloomy, freezing cold evening, and whose ghost has been repeatedly seen within the station.
That would fuck me up.
Scientists begging them to investigate what.
That would fuck me up. If I was on an isolate, you literally have to do, like, to go to one of these, like, more isolated stations, like, you do have to do, like, testing and things like that. The money is apparently crazy if you want to work on one of these stations, if you qualify for it. There was some guy on Twitter that I saw where he was like, I just applied for this job and I got it, and now I'm working on this base. But, like, the isolation is there. Do you guys remember, it was sometime last year, There was apparently a distress signal sent out from one of these bases where someone was being erratic, and they came to investigate, and they're like, everything's fine, actually. It was a very weird, I don't know what came of that. That was a very weird thing. A little redundant for Antarctica, yeah. I came off your YouTube videos. Hi, Hist, welcome in.
What really happened to him? We're exploring that story today. Welcome to The Conspiracy Files.
I stole goldfish from my dad's house.
Before we get into today's video, please, if you are watching right now, leave me a like and a comment. Let me know what you think of this story. The likes and the comments help boost these videos and help put them into the algorithm. I appreciate every single
You haven't shown me
person
the
that
story
reaches
yet.
out
Show me the
every week.
story.
I get so many messages and so many comments.
Show
You
me
guys
the
are
story.
Absolutely amazing. But
Show me
I
the
won't take
story,
up any more
Conspiracy
time.
Files.
Let's get into the story.
Show me the
So
story.
this is a very interesting story. Today we're talking about basically a missing persons case, but with some paranormal conspiratorial elements. Like there's some really bizarre mind-bending stuff that we're going to discuss today. And I don't know if most of you guys know or not, but I have another channel, which is my main channel, The Paranormal Files, where I've been investigating claims of paranormal activity every single week for the last 10 years on YouTube. So
We have someone new to judge, chat.
these types of stories
They
have
kissed it
always
out.
deeply interested me, and when I first read this story about Carl Dish, I was so intrigued. I knew that I had to turn this into an episode of The Conspiracy Files. But because we're heading to Antarctica today, I'm going to change the lights up. Damn it, that's not the right color. I hit green. Ah!
White.
Please do not mind the animal hair. Courtney and I have 2 dogs and a cat, so if you see any hairs on there, I'm sorry.
This is my future, is it not? Making goofy videos like this about conspiracy stuff. Not the LEDs, LMAO. Low key, I still think if I were to do another podcast, it would be people submitting their creepy stories. They're like, I don't know how to explain this. This is... Sorry, there's a supercar outside doing a weird light show thing. 1 second. What are you doing? Go away. It's like across the street. Across my street, like, I don't know if you guys saw my TikTok video the other day. There was like someone had parked a McLaren outside, which I've seen the McLaren before. Usually it's not parked there, which is why I was like, oh, the McLaren's there. But this car I don't think is the McLaren. I can't see the top of it from the trees, but the lights are being weird. But like, yeah, I want to, especially because there's a woman that reads like people's stories on TikTok. However, she's a Trump supporter, so I can't enjoy her content anymore. It's less fun for me now. Especially because like she talks about a lot of stories that like happened to people that were like already going through something horrible, and then it's the whole thing. But you know, I don't know. I kind of like that, and then trying to like, okay, hey, you had this experience here. Let's go check it out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm seeing them right now. I've never done white. Let's see how this goes. I guess white gives me the ultimate Antarctica vibe, you know, ice. But without further ado, let's get into the story. As always, you can check out the resources that we use to construct this story in the resources document in the description of the show. And thank you to Rebecca for helping to bring this story to light. I want to give another shout out to all the amazing women who work behind the scenes on this show. Every writer / researcher that I have hired to work on the show is a woman. So without the contributions
we're qualified,
of this
okay?
amazing group of women, we would not be here. So just another thank you to them. Now, before his disappearance, not much was known about Carl Robert Dish. Born in Monroe, Wisconsin, to a German-American family,
Red
Carl
flag number
Dish
1.
studied the upper atmosphere, including
Wisconsin.
how it
No, I'm
interacted
kidding.
with the magnetosphere and
There is a lot of
thermosphere,
fuck
and
shit in
became
Wisconsin,
an
though.
ionospheric physicist for the National Bureau of Standards. In November 1965, Carl Dish traveled to Antarctica with a team that was investigating radio noises to work on his studies at Byrd Station, one of the substations on Antarctica's surface in the Central Radio Propagation Laboratory. On the morning of May 8th at 9:15 a.m., Dish left the radio noise building and set off with a purposeful tread towards the main complex, a journey he had taken many times before. But on that fateful day, he never arrived. Dish ended up over 7,000 feet over from the main station complex, just over a mile, according to this investigator on YouTube who explains Carl's location.
This is a 7,000 foot approximately radius circle around the location he was headed towards. He would have been technically, let's say, right here. Now this is 7,000 feet. That's over a mile.
Wait, so
2 point something.
So this is where he was heading, or was this the base? You know.
Kilometers, and he was supposed to follow a line doing this way. Now you might have
Channel
noticed this
Fun.
picture I picked, which is from 2008 or something like that, from Google Earth, shows a line going this way. It's really pervasive. In fact, when you look at this sort of thing, you find out that the snow always seems to blow a certain way during certain times of the year. He was, let's say here, he would have been blown off track this way. And if he kept getting lost, he would have kept wandering. And if you're not aware of it, the standard that's used now is everybody
bouquet blanket.
carries
Dude, the
2 or
bouquet
more
blankets look
radios
so cool.
for
I wanna make
backup
one.
batteries. So if they get lost, it also does something important. It can be a radio range and direction finder so that they can be retrieved, because this happens all the damn time. These days, they're just used to the thing being able to happen, so they do a couple of
Progress.
things. Number one, a station like this will have a fueled up vehicle that can travel 5 times the distance a person can walk in 12 hours. Because people will walk in circles.
About
Number one.
4
Number
or
two,
5 rows.
they carry a pinger on them or a radio. Next one is lately they carry an auto-triggered one where if it gets beyond a certain distance, it immediately calls for help, and they just go and retrieve you. And to hell with whatever you're trying to do, they throw you bodily onto the vehicle and drive you back. The idea is to make sure that this kind of thing doesn't happen anymore. Initially, they went up looking
let's see.
for him. I do believe it was north they went, and they found at the little station, which you can't see here, there's no sign of it anymore. At least not on any maps I can see here. They went
2,
north towards him
3,
and found his
4.
footprints heading generally south and then drifting with or against the wind. One of the problems is you have to realize that if the wind's going 50 miles an hour, you're going to tend to lean into
5
it
balls?
or go with it. If you go with it, you can go a longer distance, but you will not be going in the direction you want to go. And if you're not aware of it, at the South Pole, a compass isn't going to do you any damn good. This is before GPS and all of the other methods. So what they
I'm
did
skipping ahead
is they
'cause this
had
is
a
a large
rope
section.
or cord set that's over a mile long.
By 9-mile-long area running south of the skiway. They found occasional tracks and followed them to about 3 minutes. At one point, though, the temperatures in the area dropped to as low as negative 79 degrees.
Ah,
Fahrenheit.
that's a fake number. That's a fake number. Negative 79. Negative 79. Okay, here. Let me show you where we're at so far size wise. Because this is just. It's kind of like a shawl. It's like I need it bulkier. You know what I'm saying? In freedom units. Freedom units is crazy, Vibrant. Freedom units is insane. Mossmanda. Mossman instead of Mothmanda. I should make... You know what they did have? They did have this kind of yarn, but in like black with orange and gray. That could be a Mothmanda one. Maybe I could make like a chunky like sweater thing out of it. I look like I'm wrapped in a leaf. I look like I'm wrapped in a leaf. Because it's chunky, but I was guessing 3 or 4. Also good on you because it looks awesome. Thank you. The record is negative 82. Jeez. A warm leaf. I'm going to be a beautiful butterfly. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to go get a drink and another ball of yarn. I shall be back. You guys will have a chair stream for 2 seconds. Also, I might change this video. It's not that I don't like Conspiracy Files. I just think this is not good watch-along content. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys would like to check out Conspiracy Files on your own, that's cool. But we might find a different video. You look like a caterpillar. Very cute. Thank you. We're not going to watch her videos because they're very long, but I do like her content. This is Siobhan Breyer Aguilar. She has a lot of like book stuff and breakdowns. Haunted, haunted, haunted. Anything good? Let's see. Did you see it? Oh, I think Bizarre Bub may have. No, I did see. No, you know what? I thought there was another Bizarre Bub because Mr. Gigi reacted to one, but it's one that we. Whoops. Not Bizarre None. I think we watched the video. Yeah, the most recent one. Yeah. All right. We'll pause for now. Let me go get my drink and more yarn. I'll be back. Bubbles? What are you doing? Hello. Sorry, I also needed the bathroom. Oh, and then yes, there is Bernat, big mystical. Okay. Hermes, are you up here now? Or are you downstairs? I thought he followed me up. Okay. Let me see. Hi, Bubbies. I love you. I love you, Bubbies. Oh, did you guys hear about the tourist that got attacked by a snow leopard? Did you guys hear about this? I love it. Thanks, Sparkly. Did you guys hear about this? No? You guys. So there's no real records of snow leopards attacking humans, okay? There's not a ton. Because usually they just stay away from humans, okay? But this one was, it was like, I think a snowboarding or skiboarding trip, and she was, I think this took place in China, and she is Chinese, but like she was traveling, okay? So it's not like, because frankly, when I first heard this, I was like, white man or woman, frankly, is respectfully what I thought immediately. Because that sounds like my culture, respectfully, you know? But no, they have released the photo that she took. She went closer to it to get a selfie with the snow leopard, and it mauled her. She is alive, but it did attack her. It attacked her face. So she now has a photo of the last time she will ever look like that with the animal that changed how she will look for forever, which is a crazy concept and kind of poetic. But yeah, she got a selfie. And who knows why, it attacked. It probably attacked because it didn't know what a phone was, and it could have been anything. It could be that you turned your back to it and you weren't looking at it, and it took that as prey. It could be anything. Animals are unpredictable. Let me see, actually. Let me see if I can get any information about... You guys want to see the picture? She's wearing a helmet in the photo. And they apparently said it looks, you would think it was AI, but it's not. So this is the photo. They did say that the helmet probably saved her life, because it couldn't do too much damage because she was wearing a helmet. But even here, it looks like it's poised to pounce here. Like this is like, I know that its legs are in the snow, but this, like, you can see the ski here, right here, right here. Sorry, I'm trying to, but this is the photo. And she was attacked. This is her being carried out. They are saying that the, let's see, is there any, looking to get a picture. She was able to get a foreboding selfie with the beast before it suddenly lunged at her. Oh, there's video of her being carried out. I'm not showing you guys the video. It's down in the corner. I'm not opening it further. As it just trots off, Jesus, the leopard mauled at her face and even bit down on her skull with its sharp jaws, according to witness. Onlookers were left fearing the woman could have been killed as horrifying footage showed her lifeless on the ground. But fortunately, the predator... Oh yeah, it was on top of her. Jesus. Fortunately, the predator was unable to penetrate her thick ski helmet. A brave ski instructor eventually chased away the cat by frantically waving his poles. Shocked bystanders were then able to rush over to the woman and drag her to safety. There has never been a recorded human death due to snow leopard attack. The woman's purple ski suit was now stained a crimson red with her hands covering up her bloodied face as she was rushed to the hospitals. Doctors at Funyun County's People's Hospital miraculously confirmed the victim's condition was stable and not life-threatening. Jesus. Activity has been repeatedly detected in the area. Days before the attack, several safety warnings have been respected. Snow leopards are large predators with strong aggressive tendencies. When passing through this area, please move quickly and do not linger. Do not get out of your vehicle or approach to take photos, and never walk alone in the surrounding areas. God, I watched a crazy video on the bear problem in Japan. We can't. I'm not going to show it on here because they do show some of the butchering, not a ton. They do blur out quite a bit of it. But basically, this YouTuber went to one of the hunting provinces in Japan to join a hunting party and like covers like the hunting culture in Japan because they have been having a crazy. They've had 13, I think it is, bear-related deaths in the last 12 months or something. And by comparison, the United States has way more bears, but we're also way larger than Japan. So comparatively, like by demographic, I think the percentage is like like their bear problem is 12 times the problem that are like they have 12 times the bears that we have per demographic than like comparatively to like us as a country, which is insane. And like there's a lot of restriction and regulation on like the gun laws and things like that in Japan. And so that's actually becoming a problem with dealing with the bear population because they're coming into town and mauling people, which is crazy. So the video goes through a lot. Let's see. Iron lung. Let's see. Our strongest bears are all in Chicago, thankfully. Forgive me, LOL. Anarchy was actually devastated when the Bears lost. Let's see. This looks like AI. I'm just getting a bunch of Appalachia videos now, it looks like. You guys want some Jurassic Park horror? Y'all mind? These are made with Blender.
Robert Muldoon, Game Warden, Isla Nublar. Feeding procedure for Velociraptor Anteropis. The date is September 1st, 91. I'm standing here at the raptor enclosure prior to the evening feeding cycle. I will now document the feeding process, which I think is not as efficient as I would like.
Mood.
There are still many things that need smoothing out, but I want to keep it professional and objective in this log. Here, at the entry gates, we have a staggered system whereby doors can only be opened once further doors have been locked, similar to the double doors of a walk-through aviary in any zoo, where visitors close one door before opening the other to prevent birds from escaping. The birds in here, however, won't just escape, they'll gut you to death. But like I said, the system needs refining. As it stands currently, only selected...
Have you heard about Robert the doll? I just found out about him, a big Annabelle fan too. Yes. I do know about Robert. I do know about Annabelle. Your favorite team never loses when you're delusional, something a friend used to say. Ironic Muldoon knew everything about raptors, but still got mauled by them. He was one of the only ones who seemed to actually be aware of what they were doing.
Carnivore handlers and myself are permitted to feed the raptors. Let me show you how that's done. The authorized handler will use his swipe card to enter the buffer enclosure with a live animal, usually a cow.
This is fun. I like this type of horror.
We've tried feeding the raptors beef, lamb, chicken, pig, you name it, but they won't touch the stuff. They need living prey because they want to hunt. They want to coordinate and take down a live animal. So we've resorted to bringing in a cow or a goat once every 3 days or so. The handler will lead the cow into this enclosure. This buffer enclosure is double fenced with a steel barricade internally and then a 10,000-volt electric fence externally,
Ferrari
mounted
fence.
on concrete slabs which extend 10 feet underground to prevent the raptors digging.
Raptors dig? I guess that makes sense.
The enclosure, as you can
I like
see,
how I'm
is
saying it as if
fortified on
they
both sides
currently
and from
exist
above
and they're not like
to
totally
prevent the
extinct
raptors
like 3
leaping,
times over.
because they're astonishing jumpers, easily clearing 10 feet plus.
I agree. A cow and a goat are very different portion
Now
sizes.
this is the actual
we just
feeding-
judge. We start judging the zoological behavioral and practices of Jurassic Park.
Closure. And again, the handler uses his swipe card at the scanner to open the gates like so. This pen opens up to the Velociraptor exhibit that visitors will see on the tour once the park is up and running. So that means where I am standing now is the rear of the Raptor exhibit, out of sight from the Explorer Tour track. I personally don't think any child visiting this park should see a 6-foot reptile eviscerating a poor cow, and that's why we feed them away from public eyes. Once the cow is brought into this pen, the handlers exit, locking this gate, and then proceed out the buffer enclosure. It is only once both gates have been closed and the handler is safely behind 2 locked gates that the raptors are permitted to enter this enclosure and
I thought the
feed.
horror part was going to be they only had live prey. Unfortunately, that
This
means
fence,
you.
as well as the electric fence beyond,
It was about
slide
adult cow in the
open,
movie for
and
like
the
3 or
raptors
4
enter where
raptors,
I
I
am
think.
currently standing. For obvious reasons, I will not open this gate. But that is essentially the gist of how we currently feed the raptors here, while the construction of the raptor pen a little further away reaches completion, and we transport the pack there. Now, if we look out into the raptor enclosure, there are 5 female animals in here. We bred 8 originally, and then 2 more were cloned on Sauna, but 1 did not survive transport to the park, leaving 1 big one to join the pack in here. When she came in, she took over the pride, killing half the original brood. Just 4 days ago, the big one killed a smaller raptor.
Okay, Diva.
So I'm always watching her. I don't believe we'll spot any of them right now, and that's probably because they are nocturnal animals, as are a lot of predators today.
It's gonna show up.
I've had many
I hear
discussions
it.
with John about feed timing and whatnot.
You're a little too close
and
to the
possibly
gate, my
switching to
guy.
nocturnal feeding, as daytime may
You're a little
cause
too
stress and
close.
agitated behaviors.
You're a little too close to the gate, my guy.
The last thing we want is an agitated velociraptor, believe me. And on that note, that completes this log of the feeding procedures. What the? Is that another? Shit. So as I documented earlier this afternoon, another raptor was killed. She was removed from the enclosure by a chopper, which was a disaster. She sustained a massive laceration to her underside and bled out. My guess is the big one took her out, but the enclosure cameras didn't catch it. There's only so many cameras you can place across an enclosure the size of several football fields covered in dense vegetation.
No, not when you're dealing with, dinosaurs. Get more cameras. Sort it out. What do you mean? There's only so many you can put. Put more. I don't care.
The surveillance footage from last night, after the dead raptor was removed, only raised more questions. I noticed the remaining 3 females being very busy, but I couldn't spot the big one.
The big one.
Anyway, another one down. 4 remaining raptors. I'll document the raptor pack dynamics tonight. They're bound to change after another member dies. They go at the fence every night, never attacking the same place twice. They test the fences for weaknesses systematically. They learn and they remember.
I'm gonna jump. It's gonna get me. Women's rights and wrongs. They're just chilling. We're just chilling. We're doing nothing. We've done nothing. Leave us alone.
That big one is a real problem. She's costing Hammond hundreds of thousands. When she was introduced, the dynamics of the pack changed significantly. Dominant from the start and absolutely lethal to any raptor that did not fall in line. She shows extreme intelligence, even problem-solving intelligence.
Diva!
That one, when she looks at you, you can see she's working things out. She doesn't test the fences anymore. She watches the others do it for her. They obey her completely. She directs them.
Someone
I've seen
above in
that
the
look
position of
before
funds who
in
decides we
lions
don't really
and
need that
wolves, but not
redundancy
in
or the
reptiles.
security thing.
It's not instinct. It's something else.
You're too close to the gate, fool! What are we doing? Ugh, you're gonna get killed. They're gonna get you.
She's making plans at the moment, and the other raptors
Listen,
are
they're
awaiting
spilling the tea.
instructions.
They're spilling the tea. They're spilling
This
the
is the
tea.
big one in the back. And now that they know there's something in the feeding enclosure, we might get to see what I came here for. Their communication is
Are
far
you
more
in the
advanced
feeding
than
enclosure,
reptiles
bro?
of today. There's verbal cues and sounds, but there's also eye movements and tail twitches.
Bro,
One
aren't
thing
you in
about
the feeding
big one
enclosure?
Is she's fairly stoic in her communication style. She's aggressive when she wants to be, but is not as animated as the others. She'll stand still and stare directly into your eyes for hours. The others I describe as more bird-like in their behavior, with erratic movements. Oh, here we go. She's chosen one of them, and they're off.
Oh god. I'm gonna jump.
These two are a few years older, and they seem to be the most loyal to the big one. They seem to be quite obedient to her. But where did she go? See, that's what she does. She gives out orders and then sits back and watches.
It's in here. Oh.
These two clowns do her bidding.
Y'all.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it died.
Never seen one of them make contact with the fence for such a long time. Jesus Christ, I think she fried herself. You were here to distract me. Clever girl.
Did it fry the gate? Okay, no. Okay. It's stressing me out. Wait, so was another one dead? Nada's making the same face.
And her two remaining minions were tranquilized so that our vets could enter the enclosure and inspect the raptor's injuries.
They look so irritated by the tranks.
She sustained third-degree burns to all 4 limbs and lacerations to her mouth before being hurled some 40 feet away from the electric fence.
Jeez.
She smelled of charred meat. Consequently, she died.
Yeah.
This raptor in particular was far younger than the others. My guess is the big one picked on her specifically to test another region of the electric fence. This one mustn't have had the experience that the other raptors had, and couldn't manage to execute the task without frying herself in the process. I would almost feel sympathy for her.
This is a really cool animation style. I like this a lot.
Destroyed before one of them eventually figures out how to escape their enclosure. The sedated raptors were moved from this enclosure to a far more reinforced pen. Unfortunately, that wasn't without another casualty.
Please refrain from discussing the contents of this video with anyone. Hi. So this is between us, divas. Divas, this is just between us, right? Right? Uh-oh, something bad happened. I hear guns. Oh, okay, there's another one. This is the number 2. There's a T-Rex one. No video and also no chat. What? I didn't see anything.
There she goes. That's
For a second, I thought you guys were saying you couldn't see what I was watching.
our bone draptor. Adios. To hell with a lot of you. Now there's some checks I need to get done before I can follow the team over to wherever they'll take the dead raptor. The other girls were tranked with a ketamine dart, a general fast-acting
A
anesthetic
ketamine dart.
used to immobilize wildlife, along with xylazine, a sedative, to keep the raptors asleep for when we need to work with them. Now, despite how much I wish they all perished, unfortunately, I do have to check on how they are taking to the tranquilizer.
A video game
because
should be
one,
your
if I
OSHA
don't,
supervisor at Jurassic Park.
Hammond will strangle me with his bare hands, bless his soul. He's left the island for a short trip to see his daughter. And 2, side effects are common for these drugs, so it's imperative that we check on the animals after administering any medication. The last thing I want is to have to tell John that we lost 2 raptors in his absence.
Why are we so close to the
This
raptor?
is one of the big one's minions. The
Why are we
younger
so
of the
close to
2.
the raptor, buddy?
John calls her Storm, because when she attacks the fence, she puts on an electrical display akin to lightning. I'm not expecting any adverse reactions to have occurred with her, as she's generally in good health. She's been tranked some half a dozen times before too, so I'm not concerned. But we'd always double check and look for the classic adverse reaction profile just in case. The major one is eyes open. The anesthetic ketamine causes a state called catalepsy, a trance-like state, where the animal appears immobile but still maintains certain reflexes. The muscles around the eyes sometimes don't fully relax and may remain completely or partially open. In this case, as you can see, her eyes are closed, so I'm not concerned about her recovery from the drug. Another sign to look for is increased salivation. I'm definitely not going to handle her muzzle, but judging by the distinct lack of saliva surrounding her jaw, I'd say she's good.
Or she's fucking with you.
All right, the big one next.
It's wearing off!
Robbie, get out of there.
Dude, you get out of there.
She's still drowsy. Robbie, are you clear?
Yeah, it's locked.
The trank and the sedative are wearing off. Is everyone out? Where's Tony?
Where are you?
Yeah, he's safe.
Okay, good. Get into the buffer enclosure and wait for me. I've never seen an animal recover so quickly from a dart.
Where's the other one?
Probably got another hour or so of disorientation and drowsiness. But I'm going to back away and exit right now. Christ, I've shot male African elephants in Kenya who took much longer to recover from that sedative. Might have something to do with the osteoderms on the skin, similar to those seen on crocs and alligators. A very tough hide to penetrate. The dart must have found some entry point, but the complete
There's
dose
3
must
of them
have
in
been
here still.
administered. I don't know what Wu's cooking up in that lab, but I'd imagine Mongoliensis did not possess osteoderms. But then again, this is no Velociraptor. This is John and Henry's theme park Frankenstein mishmash
Is she the big
monster. Pacing behaviors are often observed in animals in captivity. The repetition of this behavior usually correlates to when an animal's instinctive needs, such as space, stimulation, or the thrill of pursuit, are constrained or not met entirely. What may appear to visitors as restless movement is in fact a complex behavioral signal, a blend of frustration, heightened intelligence, and an unfulfilled drive to hunt. Among the raptors of Jurassic Park, this manifests in a particularly calculated form. The dinosaurs stalk the boundaries of their enclosure, almost on a timed loop. What's interesting is, at certain points during the night, the big one will stand in one dedicated spot. What she does next shocked me the first time I saw it. She appears to be calling to something outside the enclosure.
Oh, that's crazy. Is she looking at the camera? She knows. She knows you're watching her, Muldoon.
And here she is in all her glory, the Velociraptor pen. Not complete, of course. The guys are due to come in a little later and do some horticulture inside. John has them brought over from mainland Costa Rica, spared no expense, of course.
All this telling me that it's
document
amazing
some
more people
gripes
didn't
I
die
have
at
with
Jurassic
this
Park,
place.
or a lot more die and there was a
The
cover
pen
up.
is 70 feet long by 40 feet wide and is buried in the ground 12 feet. The girls are being transported into this enclosure a few days from now. The guys coming tonight are supposed to be planting this pen up with foliage to give the raptors privacy to mitigate stress and provide some shade from the sun. It is essentially a concrete pit in the ground with an electrified fence ceiling. Unhappy with fortified concrete, as it's almost impossible for the raptors to escape. Almost. Let's head inside so I can reveal my issues. And boy, are there issues.
Looks very small.
We come around here. This is the transport door. It allows the transportation container to attach to the pen and a smooth transition to take place, which I love. Inside, here is our new raptor enclosure. Not huge, and that's one of my concerns. We're talking about ambush pack hunters, 3 of them, constrained to living quarters not much larger than your average apartment in Leeds in the UK.
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing?
These are wild animals
They're
that have
gonna
needs,
kill each
and
other.
furthermore, are highly intelligent animals. And what happens to highly intelligent animals kept in cramped conditions? They display disordered behaviors. They need space to run.
What is
After all,
this?
they're not called Velociraptors for no reason. These things can match cheetah speeds, 50, 60 miles an hour if they get out in
Yeah,
the
are
open.
we stupid? What the fuck is this?
My other concern is why the bloody hell has John approved this containment pen to them anyway? Are raptors not on the tour anymore? Why are they being cloned if their temperament is counterproductive to the park's turnover? It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, my last concern is this. This is the remote-controlled door that is supposed to let the feeders drop a live cow into the pen using a crane.
Hermes, he's sneezing.
A big, gaping hole in the enclosure that opens several times a week. Just marvelous.
Oh yeah, they're gonna come and
She's on
get
her
your...
side.
What are her symptoms, Muldoon?
I'm not in close proximity to examine her, Jerry, and I can't get in there at the moment. I'm heading over to the Raptors to help Robbie.
Okay, I'll head over soon.
Thanks, Jerry.
No problem. Good luck at dinner.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Oh no.
Ay, ay, ay. Robert Muldoon, Game Warden, Velociraptor Containment, Isla Nublar. It's the evening of September 9th. I'm documenting the raptor feeding protocol. It started raining, but after a long conversation with John, I have finally been granted permission to perform the procedure at night. Took a bit of back and forth, and some nasties were exchanged. He called me an alarmist. I called him a mad scientist, but at the end of the day, no hard feelings either way. I think this will help with raptor aggression.
Got a big cow.
I have Robbie Hadira with me, And he's got tonight's dinner ready.
Her name's
Moo.
Mildred.
Why are
Robbie
we
has been
naming the
warned
dinner?
that naming the food items for the carnivals on this island is an exceptionally bad idea.
I agree.
As it psychologically creates an attachment with the animal, and then you're forced to watch their final moments of life at the hands of the velociraptors. Robbie and I are now standing back within the buffer enclosure, and in the feeder, we've left Bessie.
Mildred.
We've left the poor soul. Once the prey is in the feeder, the handler will exit the buffer.
Bye, Mildred.
Mildred doesn't know.
Oh, it'll definitely be a sad farewell soon, Robbie. Now, I want to make note here in particular. It is definitely unusual that the raptor pack has not approached the feeder yet. They are only pacing about, studying their new prey item eagerly. But then again, this is the very first time we're doing this at night, so they may not be aware of what's happening entirely. I'm going to turn this off and watch for the raptors before proceeding out the buffer and locking both gates. Like I said, they are normally quite excited at this point, attacking the fences. So this is a little odd, I must say. The feeder doors have been opened, yet still no sign of the raptor pack. Bessie's unknownly wandered out. In the enclosure.
Poor Mildred.
Poor Mildred.
We might as well call her dead meat at this point.
Jesus.
Robbie and I are
I get
watching
being
the
pragmatic,
field
but like,
through
you don't need to be cruel.
I have to add, this is the longest the raptors have taken to respond to prey in their enclosure.
Where are they?
Ah, I see Storm and her sister. And there's the big one.
Do you not name the
She's
big
going
one?
to make the first strike. What the?
What? Was that a fourth one? Wait.
She's going to make the first strike. Ah, I
Two,
see Storm
three.
and her sister. And there's the big one. She's going to make the
Oh.
first strike. What the?
They had a baby. They should all be destroyed. Watch all my episodes here. Do you want to see them feeding a T-Rex? That was technically number 3. It's a ghost. Okay, we'll stop watching these after this because I don't want to
run
watch
to the
too
Jeep
many of
and
his
radio
videos.
Arnold.
Yep.
What? No. Where did you go? No, damn. Arnold, you've got some explaining to do.
Robert, calm down. There's probably some sort of misunderstanding.
Run the count right now.
I am. One moment. The computer is analyzing. Okay, done.
Thank you for following.
Total animals expected, 238. Total animals found, 238. Everything's accounted for.
Give me the raptor numbers, Ray.
Velociraptor, total number expected, 4. Total number found, 4.
Raid!
How can that be, Ray? We have 3.
Oh, shit. Bose, hi! Welcome in, Raiders! Oh my god. Hi. Hello. I'm Amanda. You're watching Swell Entertainment. We're watching one final video from Ali Awada. They do Blender videos that are like analog horror of Jurassic Park. I try not to watch too many videos from one creator at a time. These are short videos. Thank you guys so much for following. Oh my gosh, how was the stream? But yeah, I do yapping content. Sometimes I game. Lately, we've just been watching some some videos. We were watching creepy videos earlier, but then YouTube wasn't recommending any good ones, so we stopped. So we'll probably find some other videos after this, but we're finishing up this one, and then we'll probably watch, you know, like creepy camping encounters or spooky videos, and we'll judge those because we were judging camping videos earlier. We assessed the 2 ghost hunting type content guys were secretly boyfriends is what we were estimating. But welcome in. Thank you guys so much for the raid. How was the stream? There's so many people. I know. Bo's raids are always so you guys have like such a healthy raid number. my raids are baby raids. Have you watched the analog horror about Godzilla? No, there's Godzilla analog horror. Oh, we're finding Godzilla analog horror. Wait, should we? Okay. Godzilla analog horror. I definitely spelled analog wrong. This one, found footage. Oh, Danny Donahue. This one. There's music here though. I don't know if I can do it. I don't think I'll be able to play it because of the music. No. Let's see. Huh. Have you guys seen Shin Godzilla? The first one? This one? The man in the suit? Alright. Let's see it. It's a playlist. We'll watch a couple. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for following. Go back, go back. Yes? Wait. Wait. What's analog core? I feel like I was never put into a new genre I've never watched before. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this is the one you guys want to watch. Yes? This one up here, the man in the suit. Sorry, I think there's a delay. I think that's the issue. Okay. Hermes. Sorry, my dog's getting stuff. I turned up the volume a little bit. To comment. Sorry. I'm scared. No need to be scared. I'll protect you. With my crochet needles. Hermes, stop it. I hear you. I'll be like... The person in the Gojira suit was unknown at the time. But the story the actor has with Gojira is odd. This is a photo of him in the suit. Here is another picture. He's a mini schnauzer. He got the acting job of being and wearing the Gojira suit. Oh, they spelled Gojira wrong. When was this uploaded? 2 years ago. And the actor fell in love with it. He would wear the suit most of the time to the point that you never saw his actual face. A Toho producer. Thank you guys for following. I'm still getting the alerts. Hang on, let me turn off my alert screen. Hold on. There we go, because there's just so many of you. It's gonna keep going up. It was like he was addicted to the suit, like it's calling his name. Oh, is this like the suit's haunting him? It has gotten to the point where he brings the suit home even though we tell him not to, co-director. He wouldn't really speak a lot, but he would say his name was Goji, basically the nickname we gave to the suit. The last time he was seen on set, he was acting in the suit until he just stopped. This is the photo that was taken. Several minutes later, he would start to walk and stop yet again. His breathing was muffled, yet he was also breathing oddly. Sorry, here, Hermes. The director thought this was a joke, poking at him to get him back in place, but he wouldn't budge. I'm waiting for my nails to dry and it sucks. Do you usually watch horror? I do. After 2 odd minutes of oddly breathing, he would tell people to check on him and to make sure he takes off the suit. This was the photo someone took before the person on the right saw what was inside. The man opened the costume to see that he was growing into the suit. His flesh would slowly rip away as he tried to open the pocket where actors would enter the suit. It's fusing to him. The suit was now his skin. I feel like this is worse than dying in the suit. Somehow his body deformed to the point he was filling the inside of the suit. This is what they expected. Sorry? This is what they found. Is it a jump scare? You got an ad? Fucking ad. I'm sorry about the ads. Okay, I'll sit here with the ads. That was Goosebumps level to me. Prize Picks jump scare. I'm sorry, that's really funny. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm so sorry. He needed to become Godzilla to play Godzilla. Well, the question is did they finish filming? That's the real question. I mean, obviously they finished the movie, but did they finish filming with him? Did they, like, get a new Godzilla actor, or did they let him continue to film the movie? Because, like, he did get the part. When we think about it. You know what I'm saying? This is what they found. I'm crying at the jump scare. A Red Lobster ad right at the jump scare is wild. I'm so sorry. I'm crying, you guys. That's too funny. Meanwhile, I'm getting cozy. Okay. We have... I don't think we've seen this one.
On November 22nd of 2021,
I don't think we saw it. This is from 3 years ago. I don't think we've seen this one. Ad about inflation is scary. I'm getting a gray coverage ad. Quite rude. I feel like you have to let the real Godzilla be Godzilla, right? Love the colors of the blanket. Cute. Thank you. It's gonna be like, it's my grass or my moss blanket. We're calling it Moss Manda's blanket because I'm Mothmanda. Amanda, you gotta replay the video. I gotta replay the video. All right, I'll replay it. Hang on. Okay, save. Watch later, and then... Okay. All right. Is the ad done? Is the ad done? I'll play it again. I'll play it again, but I need you guys to be out of the ad. I'm still in ad jail. Okay. Pray I don't fight Godzilla. Have fun. Okay, back. Not yet. Still. Okay, I'm waiting. I'll wait a little longer. I shall crochet. I shall crochet a few more loops. Okay, back. Okay, I've rewound. Here is the last bit of the video. This is what they found. So he had grown into... See, what is this though? These like lines? Did his skin start growing up like vines through the suit itself? Did it just fill in? It, like, was this his head and now this is his head? Like, is his head actually still up here? Is this just his brain? You know? Like, what took over where? You know what I'm saying? Like muscle connection? Maybe. I can see that. Bones melded into support beams. I like that there's... I don't know if it shows up on the stream, but right here it kind of looks like his bones broke for his legs. This is fun. This is... I like the implication of gore, but like the implication of body horror, but like there's no visual body horror. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, let me go. I was gonna watch... Okay. I just bookmarked the one that I wanted to watch. There we go.
On November 22nd of 2020,
We're watching a bub video chat. I don't think we've seen this one. We may have. For the main chatters. I'm not certain. We shall see.
2 policemen were called to search a house after the property owner suspected that someone had broken in.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Now the house itself is an Airbnb that the owner occasionally rents.
Surprise chat, this is secretly an ad for Airbnb. Welcome to Bizarre Bub, sponsored by Airbnb. Let's talk about the horrors experienced at Airbnb. Some of his most recent videos, I admit, they've been slacking. So that's why we're going to the vault. We're 3 years in, 3 years back. We're going to the vault. But we have seen a lot of these, which is why I'm thinking we may have seen this. We may have seen some of the videos from the roundup, but we may not have seen all of these. The real horror is Airbnb. Person who has never used Airbnb. I don't know. I've had some fucked up experiences at Airbnb, frankly. If you stay in an Airbnb, you'll forever be haunted by the demons of capitalism. Those fees alone, horrifying. A cleaning fee? I'm team hotel, I admit. I admit I'm team hotel. Water break. All right.
Out, but the owner was sure that no guests / renters were staying that night. She had dropped by to the house when she saw the front door open. Upon seeing this, she called police to search the house for any intruders. The police arrive and begin to search. But while searching the property, something very strange happens. The events that occurred during the search have left both officers extremely unsettled. All events were captured on a body cam worn by policemen. This is what was caught.
My thing with Airbnb as well is, unfortunately, there's quite a few. Like, I get having cameras in your home if you're doing Airbnb, but I think you need to disclose them. You have to. And unfortunately, there's a lot of instances of them not disclosing the cameras in the home. There's instances of people coming into the home when you're staying there, even though you're there for a couple of days. I had a friend that we were staying at Airbnb. This was during lockdown, so like a lot of hotels were not taking guests, so Airbnb was like the most reasonable thing we could do at the time. and they were super weird about the fact that she wasn't staying alone. Even though they had like said like, oh yeah, my friend's gonna join me or whatever. Like when she did show up with me, the host got really weird about it, and I'm like, that's creepy. We should leave, frankly. There's things like that, you know?
On.
Night.
But they're out of town right now. They're with his parents.
And how many rooms do you have?
So this is all body cam. God. Okay. Another horror documented. Where are the street lamps? This is so unsafe for a neighborhood. Why are the police lights lighting up this lawn? What about the children? What about the trash cans? Have you ever heard of a raccoon digging up your lawn? Where are the street lights? This is deeply unsafe. I'm scared of Airbnbs. I feel like I'm gonna think of the trash cans. Is it in Pennsylvania? That could be in the middle of nowhere countryside. I mean, I think these are clearly other homes, no? This is a gate. I'm thinking neighborhood. I'm also, side note, never stay in an Airbnb in the middle of fuck-ass nowhere. What are we doing? If this is in the middle of the nowhere and you're staying here, we're being silly. We're being silly. Never an Airbnb. If it's in Pennsylvania, we don't have streetlights most of the time. Really? Why? Do you guys like having like demons and stuff? What's going on? You guys like a cryptid? Do you want the cryptids to feel at home? I can understand that. You know, not upsetting their native habitat. I totally get it. But like, we should have streetlights. Okay, we're continuing. Hey, demons, it's me, yeah boy. Oh no, I turned off the volume again.
All right, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we go in?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
Is it? It's not
Just
her
stay
house
here, man.
though. It's an Airbnb. Yeah, guys, this looks like a neighbor. I'm sorry. This is not a middle of nowhere house, chat. This is a street. Less light pollution. Sure, but also like, I don't know.
Police.
Murder? I
If
don't
anyone's
know.
here, make yourself known.
Rural Georgia, we don't have street lights. Do you guys not want them? Like, I don't know. I'd add some. Okay, now I'm like gonna be looking
Police.
to see what the cameras catch, but these guys don't. I will say when it comes to like footage like this, if there's something that the cameras catch, but in the moment the people there don't register, I almost believe that more. You know? Like, if there's a shadow that these cops don't see, or there's something, like a noise that, like, they don't react to, I almost believe, like, I'm almost more creeped out by that, because then it's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Versus, like, someone being like, oh my god, bro, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? There's gonna be a raccoon eating out of the trash can. We don't have any. Yeah, but I feel like cul-de-sac, that's one thing because you're bouncing light from the houses, you know? The softest police down I've ever seen. That room is right up at the front like that. Wow, okay. Seems like poor house design. That's how you know it's an Airbnb house. That made my heart jump on the radio. I'm like studying this footage now. What the? It's a raccoon in the closet!
Anyone inside?
Dude, you're too tame about that, respectfully. You're way too tame. You're way too chill about that. Why'd you turn your flashlight off? What, was that click not him turning off the flash? What was that click?
I'm gonna check downstairs, you get upstairs.
You're not gonna tell him you just heard a noise? You're not gonna communicate that to your partner? That's just your thing? I thought I heard something. I think I heard something. We're not communicating? I know men have problems sharing their feelings, but like I feel like we're in a home someone's scared about. I feel like we communicate that you heard something. You know what I'm saying? Why don't they turn the lights on? No, I agree. Why aren't they turning the lights on? Aren't they supposed to clear houses together and announcing themselves constantly? Yeah, I think so. Will get me on an Airbnb, yeah. Why is it so red? It's probably the body camera. It could not be calibrated properly for dark environments. Is someone frogging? How I feel like my chat loves to be like, froggers, they're frogging. They do that so often, respectfully. How often does frogging actually happen? Like realistically? Like in modern day, with like the rise of security cameras and at-home security features and things like that, pets, how often is frogging actually happening? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I've played Frogger a lot. Dude, that's such a valid fear. The record light from the body cam? What's a Frogger? A Frogger is... Froggers and frogging are people coming into your home and living there in secret, often while you are also living there. And the goal is to basically be there without you knowing. Like, that's the whole point. It's really a huge problem in Japan. Really? It's a huge problem in Japan? Me thinking of a second I was called for frogging my knitting. No. Oh, my favorite horror trope, that LMAO. Oh, I saw a true crime about that. Hide and go seek. Yeah, like extreme hide and seek. But the idea is that you never get sought. Isn't the point that no one knows? So how would we know how often it happens? I mean, people do figure it out. And like I said, with the rise of security cameras and things like that, and like, it's much they heard me talking about frogging and the coppers are coming. Sorry. I feel like it's much more unlikely now just because, like, I don't know, it's really easy to buy security cameras for your home now, you know? Also, I feel like it's really uncommon in apartments, although there was a very famous case years ago. Have you guys ever seen the woman that we found this video forever ago, the woman that was living in a man's like storage crawl space above his door, and he set up a camera because a bunch of stuff was getting moved in the kitchen, and he thought his girlfriend was like lying to him about eating the food, or that she was sleep eating or something. So he set up the camera to like catch her in the act. And instead he caught a woman that had been living secretly in his home for like a few weeks and was like peeing in his sink and drinking out of his milk jug and stuff. And then he confronted her like a psycho while after watching the footage before he called the police. This is all on camera. This was a decade ago. He recently released footage of him confronting her. But it's like a 15-second clip of him being like, I called the cops. And then he shoves the camera up, and then she was sleeping and she like jumps at him. It scared the shit out of me. But he dropped the camera and then bolted it out. He never pressed charges. They just let her go. So no one knows who she is. No one knows what happened to her. And this guy just recently like posted the update being like, I don't know what happened. They think she came in to rob me and instead decided to stay. It was in New York like 15 years ago. Hermes. Sorry, I hear her. Hang on 1 second. I just hear Hermes. I think he might need more water. I hear him bopping his bowl. 1 moment. Chair stream. Enjoy the chair. What you doing, Bubba's? What you need? Because I just refilled your food bowl. Did you finish yours? Oh. Sorry, guys. I had to give him a little bit more food as well. Okay. Make a horror movie out of that. The Korean film Parasite. Dude, Parasite slaps. Okay, ready? Slowly carving out a hole in the mattress from the bottom with a knife. You're lying. You're lying. What the hell is that? Is it a TV or is it a window? I think it might be a window. I think it's a window. No way, it's a TV. I think it's a covered out. I think it's a blacked out window. Okay, Glyph.
Police. Anyone inside? Make.
I paused it. I paused it, chat. We'll just chat for a second. I paused it. Ugh, I'm like trapped in here with this thing. There we go. Okay. Rip cop. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it was, hang on, let me back it up. Yeah, I think it's a window. I don't think it's a TV. Oh, we got a raid, Ultimate. Bose raided us again. And Bose gets hella viewers. Window makes more sense. Yeah, it's like, I think it's a window with a blackout shade on it, maybe. Officer Friendly meets Mothman Zooted. It's like the ads waiting for the cliffhangers. Oh! Lena Bo Beans, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Miss Red Robin Hood, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you guys for subscribing. I'm certain you only subscribe because you're annoyed about ads, but I'll accept it. Thank you. Bathroom would be on the other side of the wall, wouldn't it? No. It would be on this. Okay, so like, see, this is the wall here. It would be on this side over here. So it wouldn't be on the other side of this. I don't think. There's no way. You still on? It's been 3 hours. I'm just used to the stairs facing the garage. Really? I guess that makes sense. I think it depends on the layout. But I think the garage was on this side of the house, right? If not on this side. It's not over here. It's hard to tell because it's so dark we can't see the outside of the house. 2 new Swell Grand Prix winners, yes. Thank you, Out, for following as well. I had to sub, can't deal with the ads, and I'm loving this content. Thank you, Lena. You won the Swell Grand Prix. When you subscribe, you won the Swell Grand Prix. Thank you for subscribing. About 30 seconds left. Okay. I'll wait. But yeah, I definitely think it's a blackout curtain, and it just looks weird. It is my type of content. Welcome in. Horror, crochet, and dogs. Yes. Hermes usually will come up. What the fuck was... Hermes, you okay? Hermes. Did you eat too fast? Sorry, I heard him gag. 1 second. You good, Bubba Bean? Hi, come up here. Come to work. I see him in the reflection. Come on. Here he comes. Hi, Bubbas. Hello, come here. Hi. I'm working. Yeah. Here, let me go full screen. Hold on. You guys can't really see him because of the blanket. He's down here. Bubbas, you want to go to your spot? Alrighty, good boy. Hi. Oh, I love you. You guys can't see him. I thought he sneezed. No, I think he coughed. He does that sometimes. Sometimes he eats too fast and then drinks water too fast because he's a brat. My dog does that. She eats a whole bunch, then drinks even more water. Yeah. Hermes is frog. No, Hermes, unfortunately, is a freeloader who doesn't pay rent. Alrighty, Bubs. Okay, I'm gonna talk to them. You're so cute. I love you. I love you. You gonna go to your spot? You gonna go to your producer? What? You gonna go to your producer spot? You gotta go to your spot so they can see you. If you go to your spot, they can see you. Okay. I'm just gonna turn this way and stop looking at him, and maybe he'll go to his spot. Let's see. I think he's doing it. Nope. What do you do? Oh, hi. I don't have snacks for you. There's no crackers. He's down here now. Hang on. Let me move. Ugh. Come, no. What was that sound? Hi. I'm trying to show them. You to them. Hang on. Let me scoop them up. Hold on. Let me move. Oh, God. My wires and the crochet. This is a mess. Okay. Come here, silly boy. Oh, yeah. Here's my mini schnauzer, Hermes. Also our producer. He is a diva and a brat. He does not pay rent, but he is cute. And so I take my rent in the form of snuggles. Oh yeah, we do need we do need a soup emote. Hello. He needs a haircut. His face is so overgrown right now. You're so overgrown. So overgrown. He is a distinguished old man, yes. We do believe he is homophobic, though, which is a problem. Because I am bi, so, like, it's kind of embarrassing that he's a little homophobic. You should get over that. He's also a Ferrari fan. You guys follow F1. So that's why he always looks perplexed. Not a problematic puppy, yes. He's 4.5. He'll be 5. Oh, God, you'll be 5 in June. You're going to be 5. I love the buy command. Sorry. That's fine. Okay. You want to go back to your spot? He's not a big lap dog. Like, he's very cat-like in his temperament. Oh, that's what you wanted. You found a hair clip and you were trying to eat it. I was like, what am I stepping on? Hi. I love you. I love you. You got your socks. There's a sock back there that he stole. Okay. We're going to keep watching this video and you're going to chill out. But I love you. I love you. He's like, hi. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. I'm assuming everyone's out of ad jail. Something's upstairs in the window, apparently. This weird glitch. I feel like, low-key, I feel like Bizarre Bub added that glitch, respectfully. It's very similar. She sits in the window and cuddle on her terms. Very cat. Yeah. Like, I'll sit down on the couch later and he'll, like, come and flop on me. But if I adjust even slightly, he'll be like, and then go to the other corner of the couch. Like, he wants to be in the same room as me so he can sleep. But, like, he doesn't want to, like, sit with me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Sunbear, you won the Swell Grand Prix as well. Thank you for subscribing. Alrighty.
Police. Anyone inside, make yourself known.
Oh, this door's opening. Fun. Okay. You're too calm about this, bro. You respectfully did not clear that door well enough. No, absolutely not. Should have cleared that door more. That was a poor clearing. That was not a good clearing of that door. Someone could have been hived that door. There's multiple windows. There's a lot of things. I like the blurring of the gun. See, hi, Bubba's. The second time it happens, I feel like it's gotta be the wind. He's crawling on the ceiling. Did you even actually clear I don't think you're clearing doors, dude. What are we doing?
Downstairs clear.
Was there not a whole other hallway? Sorry, I just got here. Oh, that's okay. What the fuck? Bose and Pokey did it, or Pokey did the right? Bose did. Did he fall? Did you eat shit? What happened? I backed up. Hang on. What even happened?
Downstairs clear.
What was that? Thank you. Did something fall? Bro, clear the upstairs again. You clearly did a bad job. Don't go downstairs. Clears the oh my god.
Upstairs clear?
And this is why we need to reform
Yeah.
the police. No.
Yeah, we're good.
We do need to reform the police, but this is not why.
Now, something that's odd about this video
You're
is that
too
all the
calm
closets
about
appear to be
this.
empty. Although somewhat strange, the video's description states that the homeowner occasionally rents out the house through Airbnb. So, as to prevent guests/renters from stealing personal items such as clothes, leaving the closets empty is
There
necessary.
was a giant strain. Yeah,
Now,
I
another
know.
thing that viewers point out is that the cops don't bother turning on the lights.
No, it's not. The upstairs is clear.
This is actually
Yeah.
normal though,
Me when
as
I'm
taking the
delusional.
time to find the light can spell life or death for the officer. All officers must be ready to confront any danger during a search, meaning that all their attention is solely given to the
stock
threat at
image.
hand. However, the doors opening by themselves when the officer searches upstairs, and the sudden footsteps heard right behind
I thought he missed a step and slid down, and then to save face originally like whipped around for the body camera. Like I didn't fall. Someone was running at me. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't, on the rewatch, it doesn't look like he slid. It looks like it sounds like something was running at him, and so he whipped around and kind of stumbled a little bit when he whipped around. But I don't know why you don't re-clear the upstairs, because you clearly did a bad job, respectfully. This isn't real, TBH. That's fair.
him.
There are a lot of fake body cam videos now because of the rise of popularity of body cam videos on YouTube. There are a lot of fake ones. I will say the formatting looks correct. This doesn't look like an iPhone strapped to his chest, which a lot of the other ones do look like an iPhone strapped to the chest or like a GoPro. This doesn't seem to look like that. This does look like the proper like Axon body cameras formatting.
Are things that viewers can't seem to explain. Whatever it might have been, the homeowner can rest assured that nobody's inside.
But everything could always
But
be fake.
depending if she's a believer in the paranormal, living with a ghost, or something else entirely, may be equally disturbing. This video, like most others, remains a mystery.
But yeah, poor police work. That's the answer. Chop it up.
This next video comes from Sean
the
McAuliffe,
beginning.
who claims to have captured something
What do
pretty
you mean?
freaky on camera. Sean says that he's been living in his house for 23 years now, and ever since moving in at the age of 14, he's been seeing things that he can't explain. Initially thinking that it was just in his head, he didn't worry too much about it, but it wasn't until seeing more and more of these strange happenings that he
ACAB,
started
or
to
perhaps
think
ghosts?
that maybe the stuff he's
The two
seeing is
options.
actually real. While each of these incidents had to be spooky, this one has got to be the freakiest. It's late at night, and Sean is away from home, when suddenly, the camera in his bedroom begins to move around as it seems to be sensing movement from somewhere. A few seconds pass, and this is
I mean, there's so many things. I will say some of the auto cameras, if it even slightly detects like something partial, like in the corner, the like code, it will whip around because it feels like it's not getting the full picture, and it can like register that as movement. So it may not actually be sensing movement. It's sensing that it's missing something more than anything. I think, I'm not certain, but I have seen that in some of the like automatically moving cameras.
captured.
Especially because there's a lot of just stuff here and a lot of it's white. So it's not being picked up clearly. Yeah, this could be anything. I mean, if something moves, but clearly nothing moved, you know? Yeah, I think it's just trying to focus on the white. Okay, well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But like, I don't know, is there someone sleeping here? Also, hang on, hold on. Let me see if my YouTube video is on the screen. I don't think any of those are mine. Sorry, I want to check. Image, computer, enhance. Like, is someone sleeping here, or is that someone hiding to be funny? You know what I'm saying? He'd just be leaving on his TV on like that. Looks like it's searching, yeah. Did you see it, Moment? I don't have a curtain. My big fear is seeing someone standing outside my window at 2 a.m. Yeah, I live in a high floor, but if I buy a home one day and I will be having curtains. Is it evil to be watching anything but you? If it's evil if it's watching anything but you. Yeah, I know. I should be on this recommended feed. Just saying. What is this wobbling here? Because this down here looks like artifacting. Camera artifacting. Which would make sense because of the motion grade and the sensors and stuff. Okay, it's doing it down here too. Yeah, see, I just think you're fucking with me, bro. It's someone standing in the thing. It lunges at the camera.
As the camera points straight ahead, a dark figure can be seen peeking at the camera before slowly showing more of itself. But right before it's able to show some more, the camera points away. When it points back, the figure is no longer seen. It's as though the shadowy figure was intrigued by the camera.
I have blinds. I don't use them. I do like natural light in the morning. And I live on a high floor and I live in a city. So there's actually no other apartment buildings looking into my bedroom. There's nothing that's facing my bedroom. So that's why I'm chilling. Face size hole in my blinds. Mine are slightly up solely for my indoor cats can bird watch. Hermes sometimes likes to go to the window and look at cars and like bark at dogs on the street level, which is kind of funny. T-posing with I wish the shadow was just like
camera, but was scared away when it suddenly moved on its own.
This
Similar
B-roll
to the
is
figure,
creepier than anything
Sean is
you're
fascinated
showing me.
by
What are we
whatever
doing,
this
Bob?
is,
What
but
are
at the
we
same
doing?
time, terrified by it.
When Bigfoot climbs
Overall,
the
though,
building.
he's just glad that he
there
caught
we go.
footage of this mysterious
Bigfoot.
figure, as he now has proof that something is inside his
Bigfoot's
house.
coming to LA.
But as always, you be the judge. Is this actual proof of something paranormal, or was something else captured?
Or was something else captured? Bigfoot can be anywhere
On
because
December
Bigfoot can
2nd of
teleport.
2022,
Oh, okay.
a family in India began uploading a series of videos documenting
like
strange
all the
happenings inside their
Spider-Man.
home.
That's
Up until
fun.
recently, the family hadn't posted these videos out of fear of being shamed by friends and family, as they don't believe in the paranormal.
I'm trying to reconcile.
But
So I've seen
after
some,
experiencing an event so disturbing, they deemed it necessary to share their footage. They reasoned
She's a runner,
that not
she's a
sharing their
track star. I'm
videos would
so
prevent
sorry.
them
I
from
feel like I do
getting the
that
help they
once
need.
above video.
The
Wait,
following
LOD,
video
just
is the
autoplaying,
first of
but
many,
that's the
all of
motion's
which
picking up
progressively
on it.
get stranger and stranger. In this first
Oh,
incident, the family's
I
at
don't like
home
this one.
when their son notices something very peculiar outside their window.
The ones with the kids
Watch.
freak me out because, like, kids, I do believe kids see shit. Watch my son, something catches his attention and scares him. Oh, poor baby. Ads. I'm pausing. I'm pausing for ads, chat. I'm pausing for ads. Not the ad break jump scare. I paused it as well because he's about to start screaming, I think. What ads y'all get? Yeah, let's do an ads roundup. Kuna, not the don't be poor emote. Always right for a jump scare. I don't like the ones with kids because I can't help but feel like sometimes the parents either told them to act or deliberately scaring them for views. That's fair. I mean, I've seen a few videos lately, not in scary videos, but just videos in general, again, with kids from content creators that I don't like. I already have a lot of issues with kid content creators and like family creators just because I feel like if the content wouldn't exist without the kids, then I feel like we get into exploitation territory personally. I didn't get an ad. That's okay. Makeup and Red Lobster. And if it is true, get your kid out of the haunted house. YouTube Premium here. There you go, Jess. All right. It's going to be a moss blanket. Truss red herrings, it's gonna be a moss blanket. It's like grass, it's a moss. I need to weave in all my ends, but it's gonna be a moss blanket. A cookie ad? I just made a rainbow octopus. Fun. We need more moss to sleep under. Exactly. This is my the world is on fire and I need to not doom scroll hobby repick up. So we're crocheting. And also Michael's had a sale on yarn. Dude, you know what I got so hungry for because of a tweet yesterday? I was so mad. I saw a tweet that was like, I'm really craving Boston Market's mac and cheese right now. And then she quote tweeted it with a photo of one of their like chicken meals with the mac and cheese and the cornbread and the big slab of chicken. And I forgot that Boston Market is down for the count. So I looked up, I was like, I should go get Boston Market. They're all fucking closed. Like, and it's awful because Apple Maps sucks because like it lets you search for it regardless. And then it shows it on a map. And so you click one and then it's like permanently closed. It's like, take them off the map then, if they're no longer at that location. Is acting up, so I'm gonna dip. Bye, Imagine. Hometown buffet. I still see hometown buffets. Are there not still hometown buffets? Make sure to do hand exercise so you don't get carpal tunnel from too much crocheting. I already am probably gonna get carpal tunnel from editing and being a writer, so you know, one way or another, I'm gonna get carpal tunnel. I'm carpal tunnel maxing, actually. Okay, we're back. There we go. We're back. Alrighty, let's go back. This child is about to start screaming. I don't think he's joking. Well, actually, no, because he is looking, but then... No, I don't know. I changed my mind. I think he's fucking around. Massage helps prevent carpal tunnel for yourself. Treat yourself. Been there, done that. 2 surgeries. Fixed my hands. The cortisol shots and nerve testing were worse than the surgery. Oh, it's Jerry. See, I believe my kid's not going to have an iPad, okay? I've already decided this. My kid's going to have books, crayons, blocks, okay? Pipe cleaners, okay? We're making macaroni art in my future household, okay? And so I acknowledge that I will probably, because I will be encouraging boredom and whimsy, okay, and not screen maxing, I am aware that I will probably have to deal with my child one day having an imaginary friend and saying ominous shit like freaking out and then being like, it's Jerry. I acknowledge that that's probably my future. And that's the risk I'm willing to take to not have a child that's addicted to an iPad screen, okay? To not have a child that tries to swipe a book page, okay? That's what I'm willing to put myself. Really, I'm the strongest soldier, truly. You'll have to reduce your own device use if you want to prevent a kid. I don't even use my iPad, respectfully. I apparently told my grandma one time that my imaginary friend was at a bar with a gun. Kids are weird. Jeez. No, you know what my dad, I don't know if I ever had an imaginary friend, truly. I sleptwalked like crazy as a kid. Like well into my teen years, I was a sleepwalker. I come from a broken home. But like it was a problem. One time, I like almost left the house a couple of times in the middle of the night and things like that. One time I went into my dad's office when I was like 6 or 7. Okay. I sleptwalked into my dad's office. My dad was working on the computer and I was like looking around his office. He's like, hey, hon, what's going on? And apparently, because this was all told to me later, I like was like, I need to get the stuff for like Bob. And he was like, who's Bob? It's like, I need to get Bob the paper. Like I had like a full conversation about like a contract. And my dad was like, it was so detailed, it scared the shit out of me. Like you fully were talking as if I was, and I had to fully tell you, like, no, I handled it. Bob has the contract. I already did it. Like, fully had to negotiate with sleepwalking 6-year-old me, because you're not supposed to wake a sleepwalker. I have punched people. I did used to punch people when they would wake me up from sleepwalking and things like that. So my dad would, like, the best thing to do was just like, okay, let's go back to bed. You're fine. Go to bed. So that was the thing. I don't think I ever had actual, like, imaginary friends, though. It's the mom not reacting at all for me, though, here, you know?
After taking a second look at the so-called imaginary friend, whose name is Jerry, their son runs over to the couch in a panic frenzy as though he'd seen something pretty horrific. After rushing over to safety, he points out Jerry to his father, who seems concerned at first, but then later chalks it up to his child's imagination after being unable to see him. Although somewhat strange, the parents don't think much of this and continue with their usual activities. But in the following days, things would only get stranger.
By the mom's reaction?
In one incident, the family's having dinner when all of a sudden, a loud knocking sound comes out of nowhere, followed by the smoke detector going off randomly.
See, you know, you know what? This has one of my pet peeves of these videos. Why does everyone want to live in a surveillance state? Why do we have a living room security camera? Why does everyone want to live in a surveillance state? You know what I'm saying? This is lava. That's an earthquake. Yep. People be stealing. An area with frequent break-ins.
It was from there on that more disturbances would occur. But it's the following incident that's by far the strangest. The family plays an audio recording of a prayer through a speaker in the hopes that doing so would cleanse their home of the entity that haunts them. As they play the recording, this happens.
What? Maggots? Houseflies के जो worms जो आते हैं ना?
Maggots?
दो हैं. इधर है ना?
Maggots are emerging? What do you mean maggots? From where?
Maggots, not worms. Come and see now. कितना time लगा रही हो?
Like, is it one?
Later, I will tell you. I want clean house.
Found almost 33 magic from all parts of the house. No source was found. But where? Was there one of his toys?
It's a maggot. Why are you scared?
Is it on his toy?
Babes, बच्चा तुमको देख के सीखता है. ड्रामा मत करो.
Did it fall from the ceiling?
Oddly enough, playing the recording has led to the sudden emergence of maggots.
If it's coming, okay, if it's in the walls and you're finding it on the ground inside from all corners of the house, there might be something in your ceiling. There might be a dead rat. There might be a dead animal or something. And this could all just be a coincidence with the prayer playing. But if you're finding it all over the house, it's probably something in the ceiling, you know? Yeah, maggots can come from anything. It's just, they're like larvae. That's all. If you have flies from anything, they can lay maggots. You're right, they could also be termites that look like maggots.
But even more strange is that according to the family, they came out of nowhere. To this day, they have yet to come up with an explanation for this odd occurrence. But as if that wasn't baffling enough,
Listen,
2 nights later,
Jerry likes to collect bugs, and you guys are really hobby shaming him by being upset about the maggots. He's trying to show you his maggot collection. He lives here too. He's friends with your son. You guys know him. He's really just trying to expand your mindset about, you know, Earth creatures, truly, by sharing with you the maggots. And you guys are being totally not chill about this. You're gonna hurt his feelings.
They capture something beyond strange. It's late at night when a loud noise outside the bedroom wakes up the parents. Take a look.
What is on the door? Oogity boogity. Oh, the toy flipped over. Okay. This is not scary. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that would scare the shit out of me, I admit. Jerry's like, I made these for you. Enjoy the terrors. Bye, Sparkly. I think they're done, if that helps. Yeah, what fell?
Without warning, the small chair that's initially seen against the wall
I'm so sorry.
mysteriously slides over to the couch in a swift
Return
motion
the
as though someone
slab.
or something had pushed it. The father understandably runs back into the room, fearing for his safety. Viewers believe that whatever had slit the chair had done so with the intent of causing harm. Although we don't know if the family agrees with this notion, they most certainly agree that this next incident, which occurred a few nights later, is the
I'm skipping ahead. See, once it happens one time, start turning on the lights. What are we doing? The skedaddle.
The sound of running footsteps are heard running towards the father. As anyone would, the father bolts back into the room in full terror.
Was that not his
Just
own
like the
feet?
previous incidents, this one has left the family
I know. No
completely
one's turning on
spooked.
the lights.
They have no clue as to
I'm
what
a
is
light
haunting them,
turner on.
and neither do most
I turn
viewers.
on lights.
However, it wasn't until recently that a follow-up video was made by the father commenting on the incidents that have taken place. In this video, the father mentions a certain detail that, according to viewers, could explain why strange things are happening to the family. Take a look.
Okay, so this is like around 5 months ago. We had actually kept a maid over here. I don't want to mention nationality, but she had a very strange behavior, and initially we didn't notice it much, but later on, yeah, it was kind of creepy. She used to prepare food for us, and like you can say, like she used to make breakfast and dinner for her, and I don't know why, but she never used to eat her own cooked food. You know, we used to eat the food, and my son, and we have never seen her eating the food in front of her. And whenever we used to ask her, has she eaten her dinner or something, like she used to say, yeah, I've already eaten it. But we used to check the camera that if she's eaten or not. No, we have never seen her eating food at home. And this is where the maid used to sleep. And,
on a couch.
You know, through the nanny
Okay.
cam, what we used to see her every
I
night,
see what's
like,
happening here.
1 to 4 a.m. she used to like just sit down in the middle over here and just staring at our bedroom door, which was how can someone have like some kind of insomnia behavior, just sitting still and watching at our bedroom door. We were scared of her. We started to be, we
Yeah,
decided
that's
to, okay, just
that's what
lay
it
her off.
sounds like.
And after she
That's why they
went,
had the camera, was to watch her
and,
sleep.
okay, it was
monitor.
almost for a month. There was no.
Viewers believe that the maid, which the family had laid off, is responsible for the strange occurrences. They believe that in retaliation for being fired, she had placed a curse.
I don't know, with the way you're talking about her, it kind of sounds like maybe she needed a curse, y'all. I don't know. Kind of sounds like she needed to curse
on the
y'all. I don't
home,
know.
which is evident by the dangerous activity encountered by the family captured.
I'm skipping ahead.
Okay.
A definitive at gmail.com events have taken
Okay,
place
now we're on
there. In other words,
nanny.
lots of memories were made at this house. But one memory in specific frightens Deanna, as thinking about it makes her feel very uneasy. For months, her oldest daughter has been telling her that someone is inside her closet.
Horrifying.
She would often give the name of the person who's inside, which would usually be the name of a family member who had passed away. But recently, she's been saying that a bad man is inside. Feeling spooked, Deanna had thought about contacting someone who could help her cleanse her home. But it was after seeing the
We're
following
messing with the
video that she
footage.
immediately knew
Nah.
that a proper cleanse was needed as soon as possible.
We're doing multiple things. We are judging the footage. We're judging Bub's takes on the footage. We're judging the editing. We're judging the framing. We're kind of playing it by ear. I think a healthy dose of skepticism is healthy in life. So yeah, not say I don't believe in things, but like most of these footage, not really.
Her daughter is asleep when this is captured.
We were watching for fun. I mean, that too. Do you not have fun judging things? I have fun judging things. Multiple things can be true. Fun? AK, welcome in. Jeez. Just shoot the closet door. Okay, Dean
The
Winchester.
closet door mysteriously opens on its
All
own.
right.
It opens
a
slowly
hello,
and quietly,
guys.
seemingly trying not to wake Deanna's daughter. Deanna
Yeah,
states
see, it's a little too human in movement. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little like seemingly not trying to wake the daughter. That is the movement. Like it's just like, okay, she's okay, maybe I can open a little further. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little too human in movement. Versus if it's like something on a string, they always go a little too quickly. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for following. There's Spider-Man on the wall too. This is a big spider. I mean, kids love Spider-Man. Let's be serious. Kids love the spider. I had a closet that never stayed shut. I had a only key and would lock it every night, and every morning it would be open. Freaked the hell out of me. Ah, that's creepy.
that no one could have been inside, as there isn't enough room for anyone to be there. Like most viewers, she thinks that something is in contact with her daughter.
I feel like it takes a lot to jump to ghosts, though. You know, like if you're not primed for ghosts, I feel like it takes a lot to be like, that's a ghost. I joke, like if something creepy happens, I always go, that's a ghost, you know, but like it's usually, I logically know it's probably a human or like a faulty pipe or something. You know what I'm saying? Like usually I'm like, why? If anything, I'm like annoyed if I'm like, okay, we have a ghost now, you know? Like if I have like, if like say my Apple Pencil goes missing, I'm like, the ghost took it, you know? But do I actually think my apartment in LA is haunted? Not really. There are haunted places in LA, but not my apartment.
Fortunately, this incident continues to haunt Deanna, reminding her that something dwells in her house and that whatever this might
Also the fan is going though. The fan is going. Yeah, most likely it's Hermes, like if there's a noise, you know?
be is possibly attached to her child.
The fan
In this
could be
last
doing it.
video, a person named Josh Fletch is exploring a penitentiary that is believed to be haunted.
It's a
Along
spirit.
with some friends,
Me,
Josh
that's a
checks
shitty
out the
door
cells
lock and
and
hit.
other sites inside the
Enlightened
building.
YouTube. It's a spirit.
But when Josh decides to go upstairs by himself to check the cells
Hermes opened
above,
the door, LMAO.
something pretty creepy is caught on camera. Take a look.
Okay, well we're in a jail, so I expect creepy.
I may or may not have climbed up because there's no stairs.
See, I'd be scared to look inside one of these things. I'd be like, at the very least, someone's probably squatting inside one of the cells, you know? Whoa!
Upon arriving at the last cell, the silhouette of a person or
No,
something can be
actually-
seen inside.
At the very least, that's a human being. At most, a ghost is gonna beat your ass, you know? That's a genuine, yeah, no, I fully believe that reaction. I don't even think that's a cell. I think it's a through hallway. So like this goes to another area of the prison, it looks like another run. But it's just like boarded off. See, I think it's a human because it looks like he purposely turned around to block his face, you know? It's just a cardboard cutout. Okay, let's see.
Josh was immediately shaken to his core when he saw the dark figure standing there. Although neither Josh nor his friends have any clue as to what he saw, they can't help but feel that something paranormal had appeared. One theory is that the ghost of an inmate was caught on camera, but who knows?
Oh, you're right. It could
What
be a
exactly
historical
did
prison.
Josh see inside the jail cell? Thanks for watching, and I hope
Chat. We're gonna be done for the night because it's 9:30 here and I've been live for almost 4 hours. So we're gonna wrap it up. But thank you guys so much for hanging out, and thank you for all the raiders for sticking around. Let's see, who can we raid? Okay, I'm raiding Callie Storm. Thank you guys for hanging out. I met Callie at a DreamCon event, I think, for a Twitch streamer. So I think it'd be fun to raid. But have fun with Callie. She currently has 30 viewers, so I think like a big raid would be really nice. But enjoy. She's playing Resident Evil 7, it looks like, I think. But have fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. And I will be back live tomorrow. I'm usually live like in the afternoons, evenings, if there's a race for any newbies. But thank you guys for hanging out. Bye. All right, YouTube viewers, thank you guys for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.